Audience, iSurvivor fans, my name is Sandy. I'm the host of iSurvivor. We are here 39 days into the 27th season. We are Final Tribal Council. 3 ladies have been through the ringer at this Final Tribal Council. Sit with us tonight are some jury members. Please give a round of applause for, we'll go from earliest juror to the most recent, Desiree. First jury member, Queen. All right, and then we have Miss it's not Tanya, Tanya. Tanya. I was gonna do it all with like dramatic effect, but it came out as Tanya, and I'm well aware your name is not Tanya.
Just like you thought her husband's name was Richard.
Yeah, I know. It's just your whole family, and your daughter's name is Pebbles. I know.
What?
Okay, going next is to Mr. Eric, one of the biggest male targets in the game, followed by Mr. Power, never had a chance to use it, blindsided Chris, and he sips his white wine. Pour some for the ladies, followed by my personal favorite, pick to win, Mr. Justin, followed by the one and only, my pick to win towards the end after Justin was gone. Kind of wanted her to take home the crown, but she didn't. She's obviously a goddess. 4th place, Miss Martina. And with that being said, that's the jury that are on call. You'll meet the rest later. Kim, Zach, Adam, etc. But tonight is not about them. Tonight is about these 3 ladies, specifically, mainly one of them. But right now, please give a warm welcome to this season's finalist, badass resident villain, hosted her own funeral during the Final Tribal Council, Miss K.
Hey guys!
All right, we have Miss 4th Timer. Finally, she sits here. She made it all the way to the end. 4th time, Miss Ginny. Over 100 days in this game. Yay. And we have the final fan of this game, the only one to make it here, up against people who have played this game before. Everybody loves her. You might get her confused with Kiera, but her name is Tiara.
Hi.
All right, guys. This is what we've been waiting for, right?
Yeah.
Votes have been locked and tallied. I'm going to let y'all know that once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person with the most votes, you want to see your name here on these. Person with the most votes will be crowned the winner of iSurvivor Tibet. Right. First vote. Tiara. Ginny. So 1 vote Tiara, 1 vote for Ginny. Tiara. We're at 2 votes for Tiara, 2 votes for Ginny. Ginny, tied up. 2 votes for Tiara, 2 votes for Ginny, no votes for Kay. Next vote. Yo, Evan, can you shut up for like 2 minutes? Tiara. 3 votes for Tiara, 2 votes for Ginny. Close race. And it gets even closer. 3 votes Ginny, 3 votes for Tiara, 4 votes left. Ginny. Ginny. The winner of iSurvivor Tibet. Fans versus favorites 3. The showdown! Just to
Good
make it
job,
official,
Ginny.
Ginny, you won by a 7-3-0 vote.
A 7? I had no idea I would get 7 votes.
Ginny, how does it? Okay,
Oh my
come
god.
closer because you sound far away, or bring this closer to your.
Sorry. I'm
How does it feel?
freaking
How
out
does it
right
feel?
now. I don't. I have been freaking out all day. I have called like 3 people, like every 10 minutes. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And then I'm like, no, I really do care. Maybe I should do one more thing. And oh, I have tried forever to win your game, Sandy. It's really hard. And I don't know.
What was it about this experience that made it your season to take home? Like, what did you think you learned something? Did you like? I didn't see too much difference from. Okay, I guess maybe you were a little nicer this time. Like, you were still yourself, but like Peru, you were more of like you and Alyssa were like the villain females of that season. Okay,
Yeah.
and in Arabia, you came back with Taylor specifically because you were a villain, and I wanted you
Mhm.
two to cause chaos. Okay, and then
I
you came back in Japan as a favorite, and Ginny, but this time it was just like, what happened? Tell me.
I two things. First of all, I have a job where it's my job to make people like me and then convince them to do like live their life a little bit differently.
Like, take your
And so I've
advice.
gotten right. And so I've gotten a little bit better at that, but not only convince them to do the things I'm suggesting, but to make them think that it's their idea to do it. So,
I feel like that's a
um,
little bit of what Kay wanted to do, but I think your 4 times have perfected what Kay.
perfected it exactly. And I mean, yeah, and I have to give mad credit to Chris because I would be on call with Chris saying, "Oh my God, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this," and Chris would be like, "Girl, calm the fuck down."
I used to tell you, girl, calm the fuck down.
I know
Um,
you normally do,
yeah,
but
I remember
Chris
by
was
like
like,
day 4 or 5, you were like crying, but I love that because that means you're emotionally invested and like Daniel being targeted and you being on the outside. It was just gamut of emotions, and I love that about you. But what do you think specifically about this game and this jury that made you more deserving over Kay and Tierra?
well, I think that, well, you know what? I don't even care. I don't have to be nice anymore. I think that Kay and Tiara don't deserve shit, to be honest with you. Martina and Kim deserve to be sitting here with me in the final 3. They did all the work. They're smart. The, Kim is a huge target or a huge talker. She can convince somebody to, buy a broke down car and be happy about it.
You
She
could
is
sell ice to an Eskimo.
yeah, Martina's beautiful and smart and nice. I mean, they did all the work, and Kay and Tiara, thankfully, stabbed them in the back and took me in the
All
end.
right, well said. Let's
So,
go over to our third place goddess, Kay. I saw some hand motions, some reactions, some gestures. Tell me a little bit about. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, jury. You might have not liked Kay in the game, or how she might have been had a heavy hand in your departure in the game. Correct? But I feel like you might have dropped the ball a little bit with how you felt when you read these people's questions, and therefore you went to your funeral. I mean, great for the viewers aspect. On TV, we love that shit. Everybody thrives off that shit, okay? But you're still in the game. Tell me why you sort of, I feel like you didn't give up, but you dropped the ball.
because obviously this jury is bitter, and I could tell from their questions they didn't want to vote for me anyways, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well just do this and have some fun.
Mhm.
Hey.
Do you think that had you not done that funeral, or if you waited, because me and production and the productionizer were talking about it, we are like, that was so epic. We really wished you waited until like your final statement, your closing speech, to just rip them all a new one. But do you think had you waited to release that, Um, do you think that it would have changed people's, like, if you actually went and answered their questions before the rage, do you think that you could actually convince these people?
No, because I heard their questions, like I said before, and I don't think anything would have changed their minds because they probably had their minds made up by this time.
Heard. All right, well, let me take it to
Yeah.
some jurors. Let me take it to some jurors. Tanya, let's talk about the funeral.
What about it, Sandy?
Do you feel, was your mind made up before the funeral? I mean, I understand. I know what the jury's impression of Kay was prior to the funeral. Not saying that nobody was going to vote for her, but did it kind of like put a nail in the coffin for you specifically, and then after that for the jury?
It turned this into a final two. Kay's biggest move was evicting herself, basically, from the final three. I don't know why you would go and do that. I mean, she could have spent all that time answering the jury questions and being nice like Jenny was, explaining herself, having well thought out answers, but she chose to go and attack people and post it on your group of 1,500 people and saying those mean things about, our lovely jury here. So, and here she is
Again,
taking
from
selfies in the
from
middle
a
of this
viewer's
call.
perspective, that
I'm
is
not taking selfies.
Well, whatever you're doing, come on, put your phone down. This is kind of important, Kay.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is your finale. You're in the final three. Have some
It's not
respect.
that
Come on.
important to me. I mean,
Obvious.
okay, come on. You fought 39 days, long and hard. You searched for the idol when your ass was on it. Don't act like because you didn't gain the.
I mean, to myself, I feel like the winner because I know what I did, and soon enough, everyone else will know what I did. And Ginny was voted out already once, and actually good for her. She played 4 times. It's about time she finally wins, right?
Kay, how disrespectful can you be? I mean, so many people want to
Seriously.
play this game, and you want to
It's
come and
exciting.
cut
It's
yourself.
fun. Yeah, I love it.
You're,
I'm not trying to be
you
disrespectful,
love
Ginny.
it, but you are busy taking selfies.
I'm not taking
Really?
selfies, Ginny.
Oh, God.
I have a conversation going on with someone important in my actual life. Okay?
Justin, as a male juror, and Kay had a heavy hand in Tanya leaving. Justin, as a juror as well, tell me about the funeral, your reactions when you saw it. Was your mind made up prior? What did it do for you in terms of how you saw Ginny, how you saw Kay, how you saw Tiara? We just heard from Tanya. In her mind, automatic, it turned into
Wait,
a
am I
fight too.
am I on mute right now? I can't.
No,
I
I
can't.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Kay had my vote when she answered her question to me for 4 seconds, and then she had to keep going with the big ego. So, and then, I mean, the funeral. She's saying she doesn't care now, and yet she spent that time to completely bash Chris, Adam, and Eric. So, I don't know. And the whole I won this game in my head. I guess she's with the whole Russell Hantz, the game is flawed thing. So, just like he thought he won his season, Kay, I guess you won yours.
Okay, let me mention one thing to you and see what you actually think about it.
Uh-huh.
Ego. When I say
What
ego,
about it?
what comes to your mind in terms of this game and yourself?
I don't have a big ego. I just think that I know what I did. That's all it is. Like, I know what I did, and soon everyone else will know what I did. That's all. Like,
Okay, so let me say something else. This is from, I think, a viewer, or I read it somewhere, okay, saying that if this was a male Final Three and you were the male who had been you with the idol, not being afraid, not being so PC, not really thinking about jury management throughout the whole entire game, do you think if you were a male sitting next to a Tiara and a Ginny that it would play out differently? Because
maybe.
sexism
Who knows?
and battle of the sexes was a big factor in this game. Do you think if you were a man, if you were the cutthroat man instead of the HBIC, with the cutthroat man with the ego instead of the HBIC with an ego, do you think you could have?
I mean,
your vote?
obviously, a man just comes off differently, maybe. But, I'm not going to think that it was gender roles.
Okay.
And,
Now,
yeah.
now I said ego, and you said you didn't have one. Now let me throw another keyword at you and tell me what you think about it. Humility.
Um, I know what I did. That's what I'm telling you right now, Sandy. Like,
No, no,
I'll
no,
tell
no,
you
I'm
what
not,
I didn't do.
no, I'm not telling you, I'm not asking what you did. I'm asking what comes to mind and what you think of the word in the realm of iSurvivor, in the realm of Survivor. I'll play it last. And specifically for you as a finalist, what does humility mean to you? What does it mean in this game? Does it mean anything to you?
It's a game. So, if I hurt people's feelings, once
Yeah,
again,
but
it's a
yeah, but
game.
I know it's a game, but there's a difference between playing checkers and there's a difference which isn't a social game, and there's a difference between playing Survivor, which is 100% social. You got here based on your social skills. Don't you think at the end that you should really focus and hone those social skills that you have mastered throughout these 39 days? I feel like you what's the word? Like not wasted an opportunity, but like spoiled.
I spoiled the opportunity. Is that what you think?
Yeah, no,
I think these
not the
people.
whole game. Of course, not the whole game. I just think at the end, you still could have bit the bullet. I mean, I loved you going in. Trust me. When I saw that, I was like, yes, Kaya, knew this was coming. But as somebody who was rooting for you to also take home the title, it's like I feel like you could have waited, and I feel like you spoiled your own hard work.
Well, what did I do that was inhumane other than the Tanya
No,
vote?
not. What do you mean inhumane? I mean humility, meaning being humble.
I think I am pretty humble. I just know what I've done. And this is a freaking game. That's what I'm saying, Sandy. I'm not here. I didn't come to this game to like be like best friends with people.
Okay, that's perfect. Like, there's been so many players like you on the show and in real life. Sometimes
I
people
mean,
like
I
to learn
love these people outside, like whatever, I'll be friends with them. But like, I'm here, like, yes, we can be friends, but like at the end of the day, I want to get a step further than you. Like,
All right,
hello,
all right.
it's a game.
Let me run to the jurors who are here. Martina, you spend a lot of time with Kay. You were probably one of her closest confidants.
I wanted to ask Kay question if she ever saw a season with Russell Hands and why he never won.
Yeah, Kay, you keep on referring to Russell. I mean, people keep on referring to you as Russell Hands. Have you ever seen Samoa or Heroes versus Villains?
I did not see Russell Hantz this season.
Okay. So Martina?
All people needed, basically all jury wanted from Kay was being humble. Because that's how Kay came off as just being really disrespectful towards people in Final Three and towards jury members. And
the reason why I was like that was because everyone else was disrespectful towards me. If that happens to me, then I'll be towards them. That's what it is, at least with me.
Every finalist got harsh question, not only you.
I know, but the thing is, most people that were talking in the questions, I can tell what they were trying to do, and basically most of them weren't going to vote.
Here's my question. Here's my question to you, Kay.
You could get like 6 votes or 5. You really could.
That's 3 jury members saying. That's 3. Martina, Justin, and Tanya saying that in the same sort of words but different. If you didn't host a funeral, if you were a little bit more humble, you could have still explained what you did, just in a different way. And here's the thing. They can offend you. They're the jury. That's part of the game. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to explain, like, why you lost. Why you lost. Because I was rooting for you.
I mean, in the end, this is just why she's not a winner of...
Ginny, he wasn't talking to you, honey. He was talking to me. Let me answer my own question. Thank you. You had your moment already. Congratulations.
Anyway,
after 4 times.
She's not the sole survivor because it's a social
you
game.
You can speak now because you finally won after 4 times of playing.
As soon as Kim and Martina were gone,
congratulations.
She spontaneously combusted.
Yes.
As soon as they left.
Of course I did. Ginny, you know everything. You're the smartest one.
Desiree. Hi. You can get on.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Des. Okay, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I think me and you went best dressed for the evening. What do you think?
Oh, well, Yeah, you are a contender, but I'm definitely not up there.
No, you are. You look beautiful. You are against all these bums. You look better. You should be in the finals right now, girl.
No, well, thanks.
All right. So, my perspective, you were robbed. Clearly, we all know that. But most robbed people are the first jury members. All right. You were the
Okay.
most. I don't want to say bitter. I mean, from viewing you, yeah, the jury's bitter. Okay, it's a bitter jury.
Yeah.
They have a little bad taste in their mouth. That's what bitter is.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bad taste. Okay. You
Yeah.
seem to be the least. Why is that? Do you think it's because you spent less time in the game, or this specific group of people?
Okay, well, coming from somebody who's played these games for over a year and a half, I've seen it all. I've seen all these kind of personalities. One's like Kay, one's like Martina, one's like Ginny. I know what these people are like, and so I was kind of aware that they were going to, well, be a character, so to speak. I mean, I don't know if that's a true representation of them as a person, or if that's just them playing a role. But as someone as experienced as I am, I've seen it. So I kind of understand. I kind of understand what Kay was trying to do, but that doesn't mean that I defend the content that was said. I think I was just more living at the fact that she just went, bam, hard in the motherfucking paint, so to
Yeah, because
speak.
it's not every day that a finalist at a final tribal council just. Woo!
Yeah, exactly, and I haven't seen that before either, so it was, I mean, it had to come out, and we all had to say what we had to say, and that's it. That's why it's a reunion.
Now again, from my perspective, because you were in the jury the most, it was your jury house, like it was Cass's jury house in Cambodia. You were welcoming everybody coming in, all of the bad attitudes, all of the whining, complaining, and from my perspective, you were kind of like the voice of reason, or you always try to play devil's advocate in the defense of the people still playing the game.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I guess, well, like I said, it does come down to experience, but I think it also comes down to how I viewed each person. Like, I'm the kind of person that wants to separate person from player. I mean, as a player, Kay goes hard in the motherfucking paint, and as a person, well, in my opinion, as a person, she's really nice. She has a nice personality. I gelled with her for the time that I knew her, and, well, that's my answer to that. It's just a matter of separating person from player.
Now, why did you end up voting for Tierra?
She's my girl. I love her. She was my ride or die until I was voted out, so I got nothing but love with her. It's a no disrespect to Ginny or Kay. Congratulations, Ginny. I've got to say that. It's a no disrespect to any of the other two ladies, but yeah, Tierra was my ride or die. I thought that she at least deserved my vote of all votes because of how close that we were in the game.
Heard. Overall, you were one of my favorite auditions. You were one of my favorite Meet Me videos to make. How was your iSurvivor? How was your iSurvivor experience? I remember just watching. You're like, I want to see how a cavey would go in this. It looks just so creative and fun. Yeah. So tell me how your whole experience was, and welcome, Zach. You snagged your spot. Yes.
Okay, so I absolutely loved it. Like, I loved every single moment, even during the bitter ass moments where I was the bitter ass hoe and trying to hate on everybody else. But honestly, I absolutely loved it. I've enjoyed every single bit of it, and I have to thank you, Sandy, and all the production for making this whole thing possible. Because, I mean, without you guys, we wouldn't have that whole sort of experience of being online, and it's like the real game, but it's not really because we're not stranded on the fucking island. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys because you guys are the reason why we're here.
Anytime. Love to host you, every single one of you again, any day of the week. Mr. Eric.
Hi.
Team Cereal Bowl, hashtag.
I just had a bowl of cereal for dinner,
I
actually.
know you did. Wouldn't have doubted it. Like, clearly you had cereal for dinner. Like, what else do you eat for dinner?
Of course.
So, Japan, you were a
Mhm.
fan this season. You were a favorite. I think you might have been the only one in that role this season.
Correct. Yes, because
How's
Ginny went
that?
from favorite to favorite.
Yes. How was that for you? How was it being a fan amongst all these sharks, getting ninth place there, and being the shark amongst newbies and sharks, and being a big target? I feel like you were a bigger target here than you were over the course of a game in Japan. So how are the differences, and how was your overall experience?
Well, the difference is when I came in as a fan, I was lost. I didn't talk to anybody. I was extremely shy, and you're looking up to these favorites, thinking like, what the hell am I doing here? And I was hoping that somebody would kind of pull me on board and like, assist me through the roles of
I
being a
had
fan. And then now as a favorite, I kind of have to reverse the roles because now I have to kind of latch onto the fans and kind of assist them in a way. I have to play that role that the favorites did to me as a fan. I definitely was more outspoken this game.
Mhm.
I played a lot harder, and I made sure I was a lot more remembered than Japan. So,
Okay, let's rewind back to Palpong. We have a whole lot of Palpong here tonight. Let's rewind, okay? Because I
okay.
think this is one of the main reasons why Kay turned into the player she was this
Hmm.
season. Um, what was it about Kay on Palpong that you guys didn't get along, that annoyed you so much, that made you have to show your dislike for her so outwardly?
Um, I think the biggest thing is we just didn't mesh. She came off as very annoying. Um, she came off as somebody who really wasn't involved with the tribe too much. She wasn't the greatest at the challenges, and it just didn't seem like she was there for the right reasons. And because of that, she kind of outcasted herself. I became really close with other people who felt the same way, and because of that, we just felt that she was the first one gone. So because of that, it just didn't connect for us.
Now, something that else didn't connect for you is how Kay found the idol, how Kay was able to find out some information about alliances that happen at Palpong. Let's talk about it. Let's clear the air. For the viewers, for yourself, do you still
You
feel
know,
like Kay had an upper hand opposed to the other people in the game?
whether okay, so long story short is she found out things that I feel like anybody else wouldn't find out. And a lot of it could have been very ironic. It could have been just very helpful for her. And honestly, it doesn't matter. Um, whether there was cheating involved or not, there was no proof. And you know what? She did whatever it had to take to get to that spot. She could have very well figured it out herself. She could have very well found the idol by herself. And in the end, it like I said, it does not even matter. There's no proof, and I've said that to multiple people. Like every time people would re-bring it up, I would say the direction points that she may have cheated. However, because there's no proof, it needs to be dropped. Um, and I think that's basically how I kind of went for the rest of the game. Even though in the back of everybody's mind, there's still that small piece that thinks she did. But like I said, there's no proof, and until there is, it should be dropped.
Now, rewind to Japan. You get one over on Ginny, sweet old Ginny.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a moment in time in this game that I thought you were going to get one over her on. Oh, you were going to get one over on her again because at the merge, she was one of the girls with Titania who was willing to save your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Um, tell me a little bit about your relationship with Ginny in this game and why you ended up voting for her to win.
I would love to. Me
And
and
there's a
Jenny
cat
have a
that Ginny
very
liked in the music video. Say hi.
oh God. Me and Jenny have a very unique relationship. I've known her for years, and I would have loved to work with her in Japan, but the cards just didn't play correctly, and unfortunately, I had to vote her off. I still loved her to death in Japan, and I wanted to work with her, but I mean, I think she even knows that it just wouldn't have worked out for us. And then we have this game, and the second the house is announced, the very first person I talked to was Jenny, and I'm assuming one of the very first persons she talked to was me. She immediately called me. She's like so excited to play with me. I'm still so excited to play with her, and I don't even think it mattered that like I originally voted her off. Like we genuinely really like each other.
I honestly was waiting for like Ginny to be like, I hate Eric. I haven't forgotten, but it never surfaced.
Yeah, and then you
No,
know we ended up.
I understood that he had to vote me off in Japan, and it was really kind of stupid how it all played out, and I feel like it was a total role reversal this season. Like, I would have loved to play with Eric this season. I
But
love
it just
Eric.
wasn't in your cards, right?
It just,
Mhm.
I just couldn't. Tanya unfortunately took the fall for us playing with him, and at that point I couldn't anymore. And I told him, and I
You're like, I don't want to turn into that girl. You know, the girl that just got her torch snubbed, not trying to be fodder.
and that's what I told him basically.
Yeah, I'm not upset at all that she voted for me. I know it obviously benefited her because she's in the finals and she won, so clearly she made the right move. The reason why I ended up voting for her is because I felt like she made the biggest risk in this game. She wasn't on one side; she still stayed close with the opposite side, and you know, even though she was after Kim, she was after all these big players that she was working with, and none of them cut her loose, other than that time like that Katie left. But you know, it's so funny that Ginny made it so apparent that she really wasn't with them.
Hashtag, thank you, Katie. Crown is her name.
She wasn't really with them. Like she wanted them out just as much as everyone else did, but they just let her keep going. And you know, she kind of just played with it. And you know, good for her.
Okay, I just want to talk. Maybe I'm gonna go to Chris and Adam and Zach, but I want to just jump on somebody that actually voted Ginny out. And it actually, let's just state the facts. Ginny was voted out. If somebody didn't break the rules, Ginny would have been voted out by every single girl in the tribe. But somebody, or I'm not sure how the votes were, maybe somebody didn't vote Ginny out, but a lot, most of, okay, sorry, Tanya's like, I didn't vote her out, fuck you, Sandy, misinformation. But a lot of the girls, Ginny would have been voted out, but, oh, you didn't vote her out either, Desiree?
No, Desiree did. Everybody did except Tanya because Tanya had the black pearl. And what yeah, and what happened is that I had been close to Daniel before, and maybe Tanya can tell some of the story too, but I had been close to Daniel, and Daniel and I talked about who we should play with if we ever got
Oh yeah, and
separated.
he told you Tanya's good people, right?
Yes.
My
And
question to you, Ginny, about this is, okay, you go from the crazy Gandon tribe, all right? You get on this tribe with all females. It's the blues and the reds. The one yellow, you in the middle. How do you go from the number one, like in the perfect position, to getting voted out?
Kim, that's the number one. I mean, Kim, I'm telling you, she could talk anybody into anything. And um, she, gosh, I spent hours and hours and hours talking to Kim in this game, even though it killed me a little bit to do so. I mean, I love Kim to death, but I knew she was lying through her teeth the whole time. But I just had to keep such close tabs on her and what she was doing because what happened was I went to Tanya immediately and she's like, that's great, except I have the black pearl. And so if
Can't
we
help
want
you.
to vote, but it's going to be a tie vote, even if you vote with us. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to rocks with you guys. And I was honest with them. I'm not going to rocks for you. I'm staying in this game. And so, and I don't know why. Maybe Desiree can explain maybe Kim's thinking in that, or maybe I'm wrong in thinking it's Kim, but.
Okay, well, what actually happened during that tribal was, I remembered that there was one name thrown out, and that was actually Kay, and then I heard that you threw out Kim's name, and then I heard that you threw out Tierra's name, and we're all like, okay, where is this bitch lying with us? Like, is she going to this side, or is she going to that side? Like, we just didn't know, and I
But
think...
who told you that I was saying that? That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, Kim told me straight up.
Kim told you. I'm telling you, Kim is the smartest person in this game. Kim told you that I said Tiara's name, and Kim told you that I said her name, and everybody just took her word for it. And
Because you
Yeah.
did.
No, no, Martina.
Exactly.
Martina, does it how do you feel knowing, okay, if Katie posted journals and was more active, she would still be here, Ginny would be out. Does it take away from Ginny's win in your mind, or does it make you feel any way that Ginny had a majority of votes, but it was never revealed, nobody knew for sure, but you know that you casted a vote against her, and look at her now winning with 7 votes?
I mean, I don't think it matters. It happened. Ginny was in the game, so she played with it, and hey, I think it helped my game that Katie got evacuated. So I'm not going to like say that it was bad.
Okay, so let's jump a little bit over to some more jurors. Let me see their perspective. Zach,
Oh, hi, Sandy.
how are you? Welcome to the finale.
Oh, I've been waiting a little
Always,
while.
always repping. I don't know if that's purple or blue. I'm hoping it's blue, but
It's Don Talk Blue,
I was gonna
yo.
say always repping the Don Talk colors. Now, as one of the most passionate players of the game, not afraid to show every emotion you're feeling at every second of every day. But okay, tell me a little bit about the final tribal council, why you ended up voting for Ginny, what you thought about the funeral, and why you, as a fan, didn't feel like Tierra, as a fan, deserved your vote for the win.
Um, this final was really difficult for me, actually, because I was hoping that Martina would get to the end. I think Martina is a goddess and is the best player in this game, and that the real glory spot is spot 4. So that's for you, girl. And about Tierra, Kay, and Ginny, I think all of them were deserving at one point. And I think that they're deserving because they made it to the end. With Kay, it wasn't until like I was about to get voted out that I was like, okay, well, you know, I knew she was kind of pulling the strings the entire time, but I never really went after her, and I don't know why. So I figured, hey, I know I'm going out. I'm going to try and flip this around last second and be like, yo, Kay is going to get to the end if you let her, and none of the girls listened to me. And it was so funny because Kim's power went out that night, and it was almost like a sign from the universe saying, keep me in the game because you're not going to get to the end. And Martina and
use these next 12 hours wisely.
yeah, and they didn't, and Martina and Kim didn't get in, and I feel like everybody's right. They did do really well in the game and very very strong strategically, mentally, and for Martina in challenges too. That's not how it happened. And when in the endurance challenge happened, Kay told everybody that I was the least deserving because she didn't really know my game, which was weird for me. Because I don't feel like I'm the least deserving to be on the jury. And so I gave her an opportunity to show how self-aware she was, because I don't think she was aware that she actually had my vote if she makes it to the end with anybody except for Martina. And she completely wrote my question off, didn't answer it, and it was funny, like, good job, Kay, you're a character, but I don't think Eric's penis has anything to do with this strategy.
So as somebody who's so passionate about Survivor, passionate in life in general, how did it feel as a juror knowing, okay, I could have had that final spot, here Kay is not taking it seriously, not putting an ounce of passion in because she feels some type of way about these questions?
That's the thing. I think somebody posted on our chat something about, like, we respond to getting hurt with anger as a defense mechanism, and in a lot of ways, Justin's right. Kay is exactly like Russell Hantz. He felt like he destroyed the game, and he responded with anger because he was getting attacked for it. And I think in a lot of ways, Kay, you know, she just doesn't have that self-awareness and know what the difference is. And so, yeah, it bothers me that she acted that way, but, you know, Russell Hantz played the game, and that bothered me too, but it wouldn't be the game Survivor if these people didn't exist.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
And, yeah, it's same thing for why Ginny won. Like, she was very self-aware. She very much cared about the people in this game, and she proved that in my answer by knowing exactly what everybody's strength and weakness was, and I thought it was a brilliant, heartfelt answer, and that's why I voted for her.
Question. I meant to ask Kay this, but she clearly left. Ginny's the real winner because the other one just bounced. But, and I want to hear from the rest of the jury as well. If this were a live Q&A and Kay had to listen to your questions and then let it marinate in a couple of seconds and then spit out an answer, how do you think Tribal Council would have played out? Specifically with Kay, because I feel like it would have worked differently, a little bit differently had she had been able to answer the questions, like actually answer them. What do you think would have happened if it was a live Tribal Council?
I mean, are we asking everyone? Personally, I feel like I feel like this game was very much reminiscent of Samoa. I had completely come in here writing off Ginny as like not being able to win, and maybe Tiara and Kay, because one, I knew my relationship with Tiara existed, and I knew with Ginny existed too, and I knew that Tiara was a fan, and I felt like Kay had played a strong game, but Tiara and Kay, like if it was a live tribal, I don't think that they would have defended themselves. I don't think that Tiara would have been able to pull up against Kay as like a Natalie White would have against a Russell Hantz. But Ginny really did, so I think it would have been the same result.
Heard. Tanya, if this were a live tribal?
I think if it was a live tribal, as Kay would be peppered with questions from the jury, she would get angrier and angrier, and I think it would have been a similar case where she would be blowing up at us at the tribal, and it would spell disaster for her. So.
Martina, what do you think? How do you think the final Tribal Council would have played out had it been live?
I feel like Kay would get angry, and yeah, probably the result would be the same.
Same. You feel the same way, Justin?
Yeah, I don't. For me, I don't care if Kay came in bitch blazing or cursing everyone out. That's not what lost her vote for me. She lost my vote because she got to the end because of the 4-girl line she was part of, and she gave them no credit, and she tried to take credit for everything. Like the two biggest moves that got the girls to the end were Chris getting taken out and the Pearl getting split how it was. And
lack of judgment.
And that was Kim and Martina's moves. And I'm not saying Kay wouldn't deserve to win because they made those moves, but she didn't give them any credit for it.
Yep.
So when she comes into this final tribal thinking that everything was just her decision and everyone was just her sheep, she's not going to get my vote. She's
Sometimes people need to understand that bumps are what you climb on to get to the top, and everyone's a bump. You can't climb up without things to put your feet on. Eric, I saw you wiggling.
Yeah, something that I noticed when answering the questions, it seemed like Kay and a little bit of Tiara, their answers were very scripted. So they had a lot of thought. They had a lot of thought. Whereas I felt like Jenny's was more real. So I think, if anything, Jenny probably would have got more than 7 votes. Because she's very witty, and I think that's what helps her. She's very comical, she's very witty, and that's what we like.
Look at it. Studying for that master's helped you out, honey bunny.
Well, I think that in this game, I did try to every once in a while be crazy and let people like. Chris really did calm me down, but sometimes I would just act crazy on purpose. And especially leading up to the final 5 of us girls, I really played up like my crazy so that they would think that it would be a good idea to take me to the jury.
Yeah, like no one's gonna vote crazy for the win.
Well, I mean, if I like am answering all these questions like, stupidly, but yeah, I do okay.
Now, Chris.
Hey.
Hey. So, in your wildest dreams, did you ever think someone from original Gandon would take home the title of this game?
Not in my fucking wildest dreams at all. Like, never in a million years.
How do you think Jessica, Jayla, Banks, Daniel, Sherry, how do you think they're all reacting right now knowing Ginny has the crown, she's the winner? Like.
Oh, well, first of all, Sherry is going to give a dissertation about how great she is and how much her husband and her children are amazing, and Ginny's a slut. So we won't even talk about her. But everyone else, Ginny is a fucking queen, okay? Like, I love her to death. Like she made me cry in her sorry. Like
The emotions of IS are real, people. I tell you, it's real. This is all real.
she made me cry. So I'm really proud of her because she gave me a lot of credit for helping her to really like get it together, really think clearly and like get to the end. And I think she took all of that and really like got herself together and did what she needed to do to get to the end. And I'm really proud of that because in my wildest dreams, I would have never thought that she would have been able to hold it together enough to be able to convince Kim and convince the girls that she was with them and that she was going to, like, because she was all about getting their asses out, okay?
Yeah, convince them that she's good to take far, and then even convince you guys that she's the winner.
I was like, no, Jenny, don't. No, we can't go against the girls. Like, you have to stick with them. Like, it's all about that. And Jenny was like, no, we got to get them out. And Jenny was the one sitting there, and I got voted off. So
they voted me out. I could not stand being in that girls' tribe. That I really like. It was really hard for me at times to be with all of those girls all the time. There are people that I liked and I can stand individually, but I hated it. I could not. I was going
Just like in a one-on-one, not so bad, but just a big chat of all these girlies.
And I messaged you, Sandy. Like, I was going out of my mind.
And funny thing, out of all the times you played, you think you would have popped on a girls' tribe once upon a time, but no, this was the first one.
She was flipping out. I can tell you the whole time. I was just like, Jenny, calm the fuck down. Like,
all right, Chris.
Okay.
Okay, so Jenny hasn't played in a while, but no, she played pretty recently. Forget that. You, on the other hand, opposed to all the other vets, you're the one who hasn't played in what seems like forever. Season 16. That's 11 seasons ago. It's a long time. Tell me a little bit about your experience, okay, from old school Congo to this, and then we'll talk about a little bit more about your gameplay and how you went out. But tell me a little bit about your experience and overall.
So I'll summarize it and say that it was a hot mess. Like, I didn't know what to expect at all. Like, I came into this like, yes, I'm so excited. I'm going to, like, come in. I'm going to play great. I'm going to win. Yes, I'm going to be just strategy. And then I get into this game and, like, I'm like, oh, I love all these people. Like, I'm fucking crying. I'm fucking like, I love all these people. Like, let's all get married and let's, like, all drink and be happy. And I never expected this game to take me to the emotional level that it took me. I really connected with so many people, and that's not the best strategic game at all, but I can only be me. So I'm going to be me, and either you take it or you leave it, and apparently a lot of people loved it. Some people didn't, and that's fine. Fuck them. But all the people that loved it, great. And I'm super excited that I came back and then I tried my hand again and that I got blindsided. I'm so excited about that.
All right, so let's talk about your power, okay? You in Congo at the auction didn't receive shit, right?
Don't remind me.
You had the most money and you didn't get anything.
Don't remind me.
And now, in this season, you walk away with one of the best rewards.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about like why you chose that one.
So I will be honest, I chose that one because in my original season there was a reward where the person that got that reward didn't have to partake in tribal council and they didn't vote, but they were immune. So I was thinking, like I was doing a lot of research, overanalyzing as usual, and I was like, ooh, this like based on what the description is and based on what it is, it's gonna be something similar to that. Like I'm not gonna have to vote, but I'm gonna be immune, so I don't have to deal with tribal council. Perfect. And then when it was revealed, I was like, oh fuck this. Like I don't want a double vote. And I was like, I really don't want this at all. But at the same time, all these girls did an amazing job of making me feel like, oh, you're a part of the girls. Like, we're going to take it to the top 6. Like, we love you all.
You didn't fear at all that knowing that there were going to be groups, smaller groups, that this power really became threatening in the future?
So I will admit, I feared when Adam came back to me and he said that no one wanted to be on the tribe with Ginny and I. I was like, oh, what's that mean? Like, first of all, everyone knew that Ginny and I were going to be together, and I was like, the fact that every single person was like, no, we don't want to be on the group with Ginny and I was like, huh, that's raising a red flag. And then no one was talking to me at all, so I was like,
And then you got voted out.
Yeah, then I got voted out.
You kind of got voted out in the same style as last time.
Thanks, Sandy. Yeah, I did.
In a season of A Second Chance for You, over the course of the X amount of years since you played, do you think you've grown or learned anything as a player?
I do. I think that I've grown a lot just as a person, in terms of being a little bit more perceptive about people. I don't know whether that necessarily helped me in this game, but I feel as if personally I've grown to be more perceptive about people and learn to kind of control. I'm a hothead. Like, when I was going out in my original season, like, I was a bitch to everyone. I was just like, fuck all of you, this is dumb, like,
Hey,
all of
Kay.
you are stupid for doing this. And the fact that I don't know, I feel like I'm in a different place in life and I don't have time to entertain, like, foolishness and childishness, and it's just a game. There's no fucking prize money. There's nothing. Great, you won a game. Kudos, good for you. That's great. But, you know, I mean, I feel like I'm in a different place in life, and I had fun.
You sort of remind me of, like you're describing Kay a little bit.
Oh, no, not at all.
Like in your younger years.
Well, I mean...
Like, here's the thing. I think Kay, when she received the questions, I got the reaction as if Kay were voted out or knew she was getting voted out, that's how she would have reacted to you guys. So when she saw those questions, it was like she was getting voted out of the game.
And I was very confused because besides the fact that I'm a jury member and I have a complete right to vote and feel about however I want to feel about people.
Yeah, exactly what you want, yeah.
I can feel however I want to feel about how people play their games and my perception and the way that they play the game. Besides that, there was no issue at all. I had nothing but love for Kay. And for her to say that I have a gapping asshole and that I'm a fucking whore and that I'm completely unaware of what people feel about me, like, really, I don't even understand. Like, this game is not that serious. Like, there is no fucking $1 million prize to go with this game. So you can really relax your nerves and cool it and really just get over the fact that you're a poor sport and that you didn't win and that you didn't win because you didn't manage the jury well enough, and that's that. Period. Like, I don't have anything else to say about it. I just wanted to get that out, but I don't have anything else to say about that because it doesn't make any sense to me at all. And she's going to feel stupid when she goes back. We're going to see how great of a game that she played, but she's going to see how dumb she feels when she looks back and sees that I had nothing but positive things to say about her. So that's that.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. Now I just want to touch base with Adam for a second before we move on to the next segment, which will be the Dawn Talk segment. We'll talk to the members of the original Dawn Talk tribe, move on to Pal Pong, and we'll save Ginny's tribe for last before we move on from the tribe segments. Adam.
Hey, Sandy, you're looking amazing tonight.
Thank you, sir. You are, or were, the final male in the game. That is an awesome achievement in the game with all these male vets, all these older fan men like Justin and Zach. How did it feel knowing, okay, I'm outnumbered with all these chicks, but hey, I'm the last schlong on the island?
It felt good. Like, you have to understand, like, when I was doing that very first endurance challenge against Daniel and Zach, I'm like, there's no way in hell I have a chance against all these guys. I'm screwed. Like, I look like the little twink that just came out of nowhere from the Midwestern Ohio. I had no chance. And so for me to get, like, final 6, and even, I was shocked.
You and Eric, okay, so last season the showmance was Gannon and Georgina. It was Gangina, hashtag Gangina, we love you. And this season it's Eratom, hashtag Eratom.
Oh, Jesus.
How was the game different? Okay, so for the whole first portion of the game, you had this coach, you had this confidant, you had this sensei to look up to and take advice from and follow leads. And then you had this whole end of the game without him. And then you were left with this pearl that literally dictated pretty much. You could send 2 people to their death in the game. Tell me how the game without Eric was, or the game with Eric and then the game without Eric.
Oh God, Eric and I, when we met, we clicked right away. He's a little bitch. I love him to death. He's like my older brother. He, he was the one person on Palpong that I felt I really, really could trust 100% throughout the game. And I told him straight up when we first met, I am not voting for you. And he said, I'm not voting for you either. No matter what, we're going to ride this game out together as far as we can and see how it works out in our benefit. And to be honest, we were like the cat with fucking 9 lives because we had so many opportunities where we should have went home and we didn't. And so it worked out really well. And then all these hoes blindsided him, and so I was all alone. It was kind of sucked. It felt like the one person that I knew no matter what had my back, it was just gone. And so I knew that I didn't have anyone that I felt like I needed to protect anymore. And so I was like, okay, this is my chance to show that I'm not up anyone's ass. I am my own player, and that I am not afraid to make a big move. And even though that big
move, you did that?
Hmm?
Do you think you accomplished that goal of like what you set out to do now that Eric wasn't in the game with you?
I think even though the Pearl twist did not work out for me whatsoever, I think I did show that like I was not afraid to make or attempt to make a big move. I made it very clear Kim was my target. Love you, Kim, if you're watching. And I wasn't afraid to tell people about it. And I tried to gather up a group of people, Ginny and Chris, who were willing to try and help me take Kim out. And, you know, it didn't work out, but...
But then you told everybody.
Hmm?
But then you told everybody that you were working with me and Chris.
Ginny, I'm very glad you mentioned that because
okay.
I'd like to touch on this.
Who let the cat out of the bag? Because you could have possibly just told one person and then everybody all of a sudden found out.
I was on a call with, I believe it was Zach, Gray, and Martina, and I mentioned that I had been talking a lot with Ginny and Chris and that we had started something to try and get Kim out of the game.
That's all that had to happen. That's all that had to be mentioned. And then all of a sudden you guys have a final 3 or like this strong...
Everything blows up. And so after Chris
leaves... And then bye, Chris.
Yeah. After Chris leaves, Ginny somehow heard from one person or 2 people, I have no idea who it was, that I was the main reason that Chris went home and that I helped conduct that plan and that Chris is gone because of me. And it hurt because I had worked so hard to build this game of loyalty and how I wanted to be a loyal player. And the one person that I kind of really felt close with now that Eric was gone didn't trust me whatsoever. And so it was just kind of a lose-lose situation. The Pearl
I just want to say, like, without Eric, I totally not 100% expected, but you could have easily just been, all right, now Adam's without Eric, Adam right out the door. So the fact that you were able to be the last man standing with the pearl in your hand, however it worked out, just the fact that little 18-year-old Adam from Ohio against all these people, and you make it to 6th, well done, buddy.
Oh, thanks, Sandy.
And I love the Buckeyes.
Oh, thanks, yes.
All right, so I'm just going to quickly end this segment. Jury, who's been in this segment, love you. Thank you so much for such a fantastic season. I will talk to most of you later. Tierra, Desiree, Justin, you guys could stay. Everybody else, I'll see you later. Palpung, guys, you guys are next. So talk to your Palpung guys. Let them know you guys are on air next, all right? So Justin, Des, Tierra, stick around. And Kim, Zach, Miller, Stuart, come on in.
I can't wait. Go down, Doc.
Don't talk, don't talk, don't talk. Yeah, you guys might have to give them the link.
Damn, Sandy looking bomb.
Thank you. Now show me some muscles.
Get out of here. You're not in this game. Go away.
Well, I thought I was. Everybody roasted me.
Preview
Justin.
the preview for next season.
Justin.
Oh, Justin, there you go.
What's up? I heard my name.
Blame Justin.
Well, everybody roasted me, Justin.
Hello.
Desiree, you're
Okay.
gorgeous tonight.
Oh, thank you, sister girl.
First come in.
Thank you. Where's the link?
I'm trying to scroll up to the jury. I'm trying to find it again.
Oh, okay.
Ask him a question. Hey guys, Tiara did a freestyle. Have you heard
Oh
the
my gosh.
Drake Meek Mill back-to-back freestyle?
No.
Tiara did a freestyle to Kay about her funeral.
Oh my god! I want to listen to that.
It's
I
so
want to listen to that
bad.
shit.
Release it, right? Into the group.
It's so bad.
Release it, babe.
It was like a comeback to all of her cheap shots at me.
Yes.
I want to hear that. Play that track.
It's really bad. I'm not a rapper.
Play that track right now.
Fuck. That's the wrong one, Des. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it too. I'm just like.
It's the Google one. It's this one right here. Cut. It's this one. Try that one. Yes, I found it.
Okay, I'll just send
All right.
it.
Send that to Miller and Stewart. Because I don't have them on
Yep,
the
you
site.
got it.
Thank you.
All good, doll.
Oh, look at all the noobs. No longer noobs anymore.
Where are
I
my boys?
know!
Where are my boys? I want them
I'm
here.
Oh, Zach, I know. Calm your ass down, honey. Calm
No,
down.
I will not be calm. I have never been calm in this game.
Yeah, that's actually true. I am damn, Isa. I'm surprised you even have tears left.
Tiara.
I'm gonna get them removed, my tear ducts.
Miss Tiara.
Yeah?
You hopped or you got kicked off call. I want to know. Second place. Last fan standing. Second place. How does it feel? Come on.
Well, it is disappointing, but I mean, I'm not gonna put down Jenny's game. She did make it to Final 3, so it's disappointing, but it was really a fun experience. So.
Having no idea what iSurv1vor was, coming from like the Twitter world, how was this experience for you?
Insane, stressful, nerve-wracking.
Would you, knowing what you know now, would you play again?
Yeah.
Yeah, would you? Desiree, would you play again?
Oh shit, yes.
Yes, would
I
you play again?
deserve to come back.
Justin, would you play again?
Oh god, I don't know. It'd have to work out with work. I don't know.
And Zach, would you, if you gained another 25 pounds of muscle, would you play again?
I might have to gain like 30 pounds to be preemptive for
Okay.
all of my weight loss. But if I was invited back, I might play again once I'm in a safe circle again.
Safe circle.
Once you've rehabilitated yourself.
Yeah, everyone stops.
Oh, Zach.
So are these other two not coming?
Yeah, where's Kim as well?
Yeah, where is
Milla.
Kim?
I just sent it to Milla.
Where's
send
Katie?
it to-
Why is no one asking where's Katie?
Oh,
Why would we want
what?
fucking Katie?
Whoa,
Only you would want
whoa.
fucking Katie on this
That
chat.
was
I don't want
below
fucking
the
Katie.
line.
Wait, Katie was in this game?
Below the line. We need to be up here. That was down here.
Oh my
All right, so
goodness.
the three of them have the links. I messaged them personally.
Yeah, so have I.
Ooh. Don't put tears. I
Oh, tears.
was like, we got a guest.
Oh,
Twice?
Yeah, it says you left and came back.
hey!
It
I
keeps
see
kicking me out.
too.
My thing, like, my laptop is on fire after 39 days. So,
Okay, Tiara and Ginny, I'm going to add you guys to the alumni chat.
oh, yay.
Did you tell Zach how long you spent on this question?
Yes, I spent a lot of time with Zach's question.
Like,
Can
Over 8 hours. I swear to God.
Shut up.
Jesus, yes, girl.
I would love to hear about that, David. I did respond, just so you know.
8 hours on a question. That's ridiculous.
Shut up. I had to think about the answer,
No, I
babe.
know, it was a hard question. Go back. To your
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the start of the game with you guys. All right.
All right.
So, you guys enter this crazy experience. What up, Kim?
Ah, Kim!
Kim!
Hi everyone! Oh my
She's
god,
wearing-
I'm sorry.
She's wearing her Don Talk blue.
I was just gonna say she's repping her color.
Huh?
Said you're repping the color.
Repping the Don Talk blue.
Everybody is except for me and Justin.
Blame Justin.
Like green. Yeah, blame him.
Justin wasn't a part of
I was gonna say I thought you guys took all of Justin's blue wardrobe away once he voted out Stewart.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Okay. So we can wait until the other two gentlemen jump on in. But let's start. I want to start with Kim. All right, Kim, because you're probably one of the most experienced next to Desiree on the original Dawn Talk. All right.
Okay.
You finally in iSurvivor. You finally start talking to the. I remember you. Okay, when your tribe got revealed, I remember.
Miller!
Yes, Miller. I remember you, Kim. I remember you stressing out on call with Ricky, being like, "None of these people are talking. What? We're gonna fail. Blah blah blah." And then all of a sudden, the first challenge gets posted, and your team is like the fucking well-oiled machine. Like you guys have been working together for forever. And I can't help but say this now, that this had a heavy hand in just your personality, how you carry yourself, how you talk to people, how you bring people together. So, tell me a little bit about joining iSurvivor, being on this fans tribe with half of the fans who don't know what the fuck they're doing, and then turning them into a winning machine.
Okay, as far as turning them into a winning machine, hello. Look at the people we had. Oh my god, they were fucking amazing. So, didn't have any doubts there. I don't know, probably because I have done this before, and it's like, okay, you know what? When the tribes work together, they win. That's all there is to it. Look at the guys after the swap. They were a hot mess. The girls, boom, worked it together. And you know what? And maybe my age might have come into play in that, because I became kind of the tribe mom, and it's like, okay, you guys, you've got to be here at this time.
Yep. Get your sleep. It might be endurance.
It's like, okay, and I think a big part of it was like in the posting challenge. I already knew how to set it up so that you could pop in your links and be able to post. I already knew how ProBoard's time runs with World Clock, stuff like that. So I think we had, for being a newbie tribe, because of that helped us a lot, I think.
You had a definite edge opposed to a regular newbie tribe. Now, let's throw it back to the first alliance created on the Dawn Talk tribe, consisting of these three gentlemen, yourself and Stewart, okay? You four, Stewart, and then Mr. Miller on the out as the reliable, trusty younger hand, all right? This excludes all the other females, all right? Which is why when Tierra was in the finals, I was like, Tierra had the potential to be the first to go or early to go. Ginny had the potential to be early to go, and Kay had the potential to be early to go. I mean, if you guys kept on losing, yeah, Tierra probably would have been gone.
If we had lost, I mean, we had 4 challenges, and if we had lost, I mean, other than Justin, Katie was going to be the first one.
Oh, yeah, Katie I'm just saying, had you guys been in tribal council multiple times as Dawn Talk, I don't think Tara would have made it as far as she did.
That might be true, but we were so freaking strong. Like you said, it was a well-oiled machine. we worked well together. We knew how to push each other in the challenges. We were not going to lose. And we said that every challenge. We're not losing this challenge, and we didn't.
Yep.
Don't talk strong.
Don talks
Yep.
That's right.
Miller,
That's right.
Miller, you were one of the first Dawn Talks from the original Dawn Talk to be, for me, snuff their torches, all right? I snuffed Katie's torch, and then I quickly thereafter snuffed Stewart's, and then
Thanks
I
for
snuffed,
reminding me.
and then I snuffed yours. Regrettably, it was horrible. I love snuffing torches, but yours was very hard. Tell me a little bit, first of all, how it was as a viewer, because you turned into a viewer very quickly after you were voted out. So tell me how it was as a viewer watching all these people playing.
It was just fun. I wanted to root for Dawn Talk from the beginning, and I didn't care who won as long as it was Dawn Talk. I wanted Tierra to win. I wanted Kim to win. I wanted Zach to win. I wanted Just to win, even though we got off on the wrong foot. I wanted Desiree to win.
All right, so tell me how. Okay, so the Dawn Talk tribe was so strong. You guys won into the swap. All men, all women, taking up at least half the tribe, right?
Well.
How did it feel? Like, what happened with the Justin vote from your perspective?
Justin didn't feel safe with Zach and Stewart. He thought he was the third, so that's where I'm getting it from. So, I mean, it worked out for him, I guess.
Zach, from your perspective, why do you think what happened with the Dawn Talk men?
So if you go back to the very beginning, Kim and I had a conversation, and we didn't make any promises, but we're like, you know what, let's protect ourselves in the beginning. And I was like, you know what, like that makes me feel uncomfortable that I can't make a promise to somebody, but you know what, like she's played this game, let's do it. So then I go on a date, and then I come back from my date, and Kim and Justin have like talked, and they call me on, and I feel like the third one in there. And I was like, okay, well, if we lose a lot, I need somebody to like have my back. And since Kim didn't want to make like a final two with me, I was like, okay, gotta make a final two with Stewart because he just really wanted to play with me, and I'm so glad that he did. So then Justin and Kim were like, yes, Stewart's amazing, and then we had like a little four there to protect our stuff. With Justin though, I was really close to Stewart. I think Rachel pointed out that we would have like 6-hour shirtless conversations about life and just very loving.
Other showmans.
Yeah, I don't know if you would call that Zachert or Zalix, but it was cute.
I like
and
Zachary.
I really love Stewart, and that translated to Justin when Stewart accidentally called me Boo on call, and so Justin flipped hard.
Justin, you are probably responsible for the most epic tribal council of the season. It was a stellar season. Everybody was fantastic. But I just remember the play-by-play in prediction. Like, as those votes were coming in, all these idols are going to be played. And all of that started because you decided, I'm not going to talk anymore. So tell me why. Was it the boo? A culmination of the boo and stuff?
I mean, it was the boo thing. I think it was Bay. I don't know if it was Boo or Bay. Whatever Stuart said in the chat.
It was Boo
was
because
Boo?
I remember after I saw it too. I completely remember when you told me later. I knew what you were talking about because I remember him saying it and then me be like, "Oh yeah, brah, see you later, dude." Trying to be like super.
So to me, Boo is Zach, more Zach lingo than Stuart lingo. So when Stuart said Boo, I was like, okay, he's starting to mimic Zach's words. So obviously these two are a lot closer than they're letting on.
Hey, that's all.
And they were.
Happy game one.
So I saw how this game was gonna play out if Eric, because that vote Eric was supposed to basically go. Miller set up this whole plan. Eric was gonna be voted out. We were gonna use Daniel and Chris. So I saw basically the game going. Dawn Talk stays together. Eric, Daniel and Chris seems to be getting close to Stewart. So I figured, all right, Dawn Talk's gonna stay in. If I make it to the end, Stewart's the lovable guy who everyone's gonna vote for. and Zach's gonna look like the tribe leader, or Kim's gonna look like the tribe leader. So no matter who I'm sitting with, I'm just gonna be that guy who made it to the end, who's not the lovable guy.
Hi, Mick.
So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, fuck this. If I'm gonna get to the end, I'm gonna at least give myself a chance to be with people I can beat, and that's not with Don Talk.
Okay,
So
I completely understand why you made the move, but do you regret it at all?
No.
For your personal
Not
gain?
at all. Not at all.
Okay, so you became like an enemy. You became like a big villain from that moment on. How was the game for you after that move? Because after that move, there was no turning back. The women started to find out you were held responsible. So then at the merge, you had to like explain yourself. How was the game being that target?
The biggest problem for me was probably the fact that Chris got to go to the women before I did, got to talk to any of them. So he told the side of the story that, I'm not saying I'm not an asshole because of it, but he told the story that completely lit me up like an asshole. So all these women come into the merge with this preconceived image of me where I can't be trusted, where I'm going to flip on, which to be honest, when I made an actual alliance with voting, it was with Eric and Adam, and I never voted either of them out, even though I could have thrown them under the bus when my name started to come up. So, I mean, I flipped on the original tribe, but I stayed loyal to a alliance that I built trust with by voting. That's, I think, another big problem we had. We never voted together, and you can't really build a trust if you don't vote together.
Now, I want to talk to Zach again real quick, Mr. Miller, rather. Miller, you impressed me so much the round before and the round you got voted out. Tribal Council was looming, and you were not afraid to play the game. You were not afraid to be in that middle position, hear this side, and then try to make the wave, the current go in the way the current you wanted it to go. And that's what I love about players. I love people who make the current, who not just ride a current that's made by somebody else. Granted, if you ride that current that's made by somebody else, it could take you far. But just in terms of respect and what I like to see, I like people who create their currents. So Justin made his current, and then you tried to make a reactionary current, and
Justin got me.
Yeah, but it was just awesome, and I want to give you credit. Now that the game is over, that I saw what you were trying to do, I completely respected it, and whichever way that vote went, whether you got Justin or Justin got you, it was epic. So being 18, being the youngest person on your tribe, awesome job. And
appreciate it.
Yeah, and you were the MVP of the Sorry video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you and Stuart by far the MVPs.
Okay, I'll take that.
So I want to thank you for that, for putting time and energy into the scavenger hunt. Having
That
fun.
was the favorite challenge for sure.
Yeah, and now you have, for being just part of that memory, you have it forever, just to look back.
Forever. Whenever that song comes on.
Yeah, and look at your 18-year-old self acting a fool and jumping off your balcony with fucking dried up like cheese on your face or whatever it was. Okay, Desiree.
Yes.
So
yes, hi.
You heard a lot of information about the early days on Dawn Talk. Do you have any idea that this alliance was a thing?
Actually, no, I didn't. I did not know a single thing at all.
You didn't know about it, but I remember. If we go back to your confessionals, you definitely assumed that there were alliances being spoken about because you were hella paranoid about them because they weren't being spoken about you. So you may have not known, but you definitely had an inkling because you were paranoid about it not involving you. So you knew it had to be happening somewhere.
Yeah, well, I think I even said that the round I got voted out, I kind of felt something was off, and I didn't feel that same off feeling of Dawn Talk. I wanted to try and forget about it and just be like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna roll with this tribe, see what I can produce. Not look too intimidating, even though I can come off as intimidating as a person anyway, so that's not even going to help. But I just wanted to roll with the tribe. I wanted to see how far we could go. That was my perspective. But you know, I'm not mad in the least bit that there was other alliances made. I mean, I made a bond with Tierra, I made a bond with Stuart, but you know, I'm not mad that there was an alliance that I didn't know of. That's just part of the game, and well, I was still for creating it and almost making it happen.
Now the downfall, you were such a Dawn Talk strong, hoorah, Dawn Talk, let's go fans.
Yeah.
You took it hard when Don Talk started to fall apart. You had nothing to do with Stewart getting voted out, but you took it like really hard. Tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about the emotion that went into this game. Did you expect to feel this way about these people, and when they got voted out, to actually feel something like that?
Honestly, I did not think this was going to happen in any sort of case. I didn't think I was going to get as emotional as I did, especially with Stuart's vote off. I thought it was just really like sudden, and I was in shock because I did not see it coming, and I don't think Kim or Tierra even saw it coming either. So, yeah, I didn't think I was going to be as emotionally invested into something like this, because these are people that you create bonds with, that you talk to, that you make connections with. And I think primarily that's because it's on Skype and you're seeing that in person. And so, yeah, I didn't think I was going to be as emotionally invested as I was, like from the time that I started to when I was voted out.
Tierra,
Hi.
so do you feel like you're learning a lot about the inner workings of this tribe at all back in the days?
Yeah, I thought I was close with some people. I didn't realize that there were alliances I wasn't a part of. But I mean, that's how it works. You try to make alliances with people early on in the game, and it worked out good for me. So.
It did. It kind
I
of goes to
just
show that you don't have to play hard from get-go.
I just want to say really quick that Tierra would not have been the first to go.
Oh yeah, I
in
know
Bonta.
she wouldn't have been the
Okay.
first to go, but like, had you guys been Gandon, I don't think Tierra would have made it.
Tierra would probably have been last of the other four to go. I truly feel that way. And if I had anything to say about it at that time, because Tierra and I did have that kind of conversation, I would have tried to make that happen. I think Kim and Justin and Stuart would say the same thing as well
See, you
at
hear
that
that,
point.
Miller? They're coming for you, Miller. You hear that?
Miller, I love you. I love you.
Thought we were friends. This is what you do to me.
We are. We can be Ziller or Mac.
Now let's
It was all about the earbuds in the nose, Miller. That's all it was.
let's serenade.
Yeah, bloody hell, Miller. Oh my god.
Stuart can't make it in here, but let's talk about Stuart, his presence in the game. He seemed to be all right. I relate him to his best friend, Gannon. Gannon from Russia was very well liked, loved, was like a front runner, like what I describe as like the all-American, And I feel like that was Stuart in this game. Now let's talk to his tribe. What is it about Stuart that gave him this persona, that made him somebody that Kim was really close with, made it somebody that Zach was calling Bay, made it somebody that Chris and Daniel wanted to work with? Tell me a little bit, and somebody that Justin saw going far and he needed to get rid of on day 15. We'll start with Miller.
He's just really likable. I felt like he was playing the game, but he wanted to get on base with you in a more personal level and like actually have a connection there. So that's why I thought I wanted to work with him from the start. So I feel like we all liked him. So yeah.
What about you, Tier? What is it about Stuart that made him such a shock and such a target and such a well-liked person?
I think, for me,
Okay, Desiree?
Oh, hi. It was his ass. It was his damn ass.
it keeps kicking me out.
It's alright.
Girl, they hate you.
I think that for me, Stuart was a very good guy. He was charismatic. He came off extremely genuine, and he was the kind of person that you just genuinely kind of go towards and that you feel like you can trust. So.
All right. And other than his ass, Desiree, what do you think that was good about him?
I have to second what Tierra said. He was genuine, the way that he came off, the way that I talked to him on camera at like all hours of the night, because we were basically in the same time zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also because he was committed. Like, I mean, that's not to say that any of these other people are less committed than he was, but he was
You could sense,
committed.
yeah, you could sense his commitment.
Yeah, he really wanted to,
That's attractive as
go
a
for it and then, do his best.
What about you, Kim? Have you ever met as a steward in a game before? You're muted.
Sorry, I was typing, so I went on mute.
You're fine. You're fine.
I don't know. I loved talking to him. I don't know. I just enjoyed talking to him and really was hoping to see him go further in the game. Definitely. He was just.
I was really hoping for him to go earlier.
Huh?
I'm kidding. I said I was really hoping for him to go earlier.
No, he was just really sincerely a good guy. His laughter, drunk out on the boat, it didn't matter. He was a blast.
I remember that drunk out on the boat. And now let's go to somebody who actually was the cause of his demise. What about Stuart, in your opinion, Mr. Justin?
I mean, the guy was great. Everyone loved him on the tribe. If we were to vote, like, just winner based, if we voted just a winner based off likability, he would win up against anyone. So, yeah, I can't say I want him to go further in the game because I didn't.
And Zach,
but
somebody who bonded with Stuart more so than anyone else in the game. What was it about him that made you guys like white on your survivor rice?
Well, my survivor rice got thrown in the fire by Justin, so
Yes, Polynesiatia.
So I have this rule in my life that I won't date anybody unless I feel like they're committed and they like actually want to ask me out for coffee and they're consistent about it or something. And I really wanted to play the game with Kim, and I went to Kim originally. I mean, it was kind of more like a mutual thing. Now I think, like, if I'm being honest. But the thing about Stuart is he messaged me.
No,
the thing about Stuart is that he messaged me over and over and over and over again, and he really wanted to play with me, and I felt like that was a sign from the universe saying, like, you need to connect with this person. And when I did, I saw this beautiful light, this soul who just really wanted to make friends and like loves the game Survivor, and
you're getting me horny.
I know, emotionally horny. It's like he's the best, and he had no clue how beautiful he was. He has no clue. He has no clue at all. And I hope by talking to him, like, he realizes now, but he's probably one of the best friends I'll ever make in my life. I'm not crying. I'm not gonna cry.
Guys, these emotions are real. Look at these are real people, real emotions. I love my Survivor.
So yeah, I was devastated when he was voted out, and that lit some serious fire under my ass to keep playing the game. So.
Mr. Stewart, I'm sad that you can't join this call or this reunion, but I want to say, as somebody, you were probably the first person for sure in this game. You were recruited through Ganon. Once I saw you help him with the scavenger hunt in Russia, I knew that you were going to play this game. Your whole story's sad. It's sad, but that's the game. You have awesome people who get fucked, get gotten. But with that being said, you brought so much to the game for 15 days. Like, your vote off and your presence was talked about up until today. So you left such a mark on the series, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know you didn't do and set out and like accomplish everything you set out to, but I hope you take the experience for what it was, and I hope you enjoy yourself, just like I hope everybody on this tribe enjoy themselves. One thing I do want to say, fans, for such a long time in this game, one of you guys was the sure winner. For such a long time in this game, one of you guys was the sure winner. And he didn't win. It's okay.
But we killed it.
Yeah, you guys did kill it. The Survivor world will still continue to spin, but I just want you guys to know you had it. Right.
We had two of the
There.
final 5.
Yeah.
We had 2 of the final 5.
But look at the first few
You
votes.
could have had 3 in the final
Yeah,
5.
you guys
just
were
to
right
say.
there. By day 12, it's like you guys could have cakewalk it. You could have, technically, just based on Survivor math. But look how this show ends up. You have Tierra, the only one to make it there. With that being said, guys, Don't Talk, I'm going to give you all just one last chance because during the last wrap-up, if you guys want to be there, there won't be much time for you guys to say what you need to say. For the record, for the viewers, for the alumni, and for the people who are rooting for you, against you, and your fellow castaways. So we'll start with Miller. Any last words before we close up iSurvivor Tibet and put the Dong Talk tribe in the history books?
Yeah, May 29th of 2021. That's gonna be the anniversary of me and Taylor Swift's first wedding. So.
Oh my God, Miller.
I love you.
Thank you guys. Thanks for everything, Sandy.
Anytime, my friend. Go New York.
Woo.
Whereabouts in New York are you from again?
Upstate Syracuse.
Oh, Long Island, right here, bro.
We're
Desiree.
at Long Island, Sandy.
Stony Brook, North Shore, Suffolk County.
I got married in North Babylon on Deer Park Avenue at
Oh,
Stacey
really?
Harrell's.
Oh, that's awesome. I used to work at the Old Navy in Bayshore, which is right near North Babylon. Yeah, right on Sunrise Highway. So that was my first job.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
And the only reason I wanted to get the job is because back in the day they used to wear big microphones, and I swore I was like, I'm Britney on tour. I'm working at a. Anyway, Desiree, final thoughts, honey bunny.
All right. Honestly, I love. Oh fuck! I'm about to cry now. I love all of you guys. Like, I'm just. Okay, fuck. I'm just gonna fucking cry. Like, I love all of you guys. I'm not mad by whatever happened, and I really want to keep in contact with all of you because I think you're all amazing, and fuck. And I love you guys, and I hope I get to see you in future games. So, don't talk.
Justin, the resident badass of the fans.
All right, I'm not a complete asshole.
No, I said badass. And badass is
Alright.
always be better in life, so don't worry about it.
All right. I don't know. It's fun. It's more fun being a villain.
Is that your closing words?
It's good to be the villain.
Oh my gosh. Hashtag blame Justin for everything.
Zach.
Fucking Justin.
I just want to say thank you to everybody, every single person who participated in this game. This first tribe was everything I was hoping it would be, and it was really rocky for me. And it's going to propel me into the next step, and I'm not going to let you guys down like I did this time. So I just love you guys so much, and I know we've had some fights and some conflicts. I'm ready to resolve and forget, and I hope we can all do the same. And I'm going to end it by attributing to Justin, who started all the first place. I've got a piece of pizza. I don't have any Snapple. But here's a toast to Don Tack.
Yes.
Eat pizza. Miss him. I want to say thank you, your fellow host. So good luck in your career, Miss Kim. Good luck with Pro Survivor. I wish you guys the best season. I hope you have a kick-ass game. I hope you and your production staff enjoy it together because it is an experience for you guys as well. I hope the cast loves it, and I won't be offended if you steal any of my ideas.
I'll ask permission first, and we'll talk because I still think we need to have a three-way going on here. I think we need to have a three-way, Sandy.
What? Close off?
I think we need to have an IS versus Pro versus Endure.
Oh.
And I think we could have an amazing kick-ass season
That
doing
would be
that.
epic because now that I've been back for 4 seasons, I think all the people that was pissed that I came back we're all like we're all good now. Like we're just orcs, guys. But I just want to say I love you so much, Kim. I've seen you for so long on the webs on the online. I've wanted you to play this game for a very long time, and
I hope I didn't disappoint.
no, not at all. Like it's different hosting a Justin and a Zach, okay? Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know you can't compare it to anything else, right? But you, hosts and past players like Desiree, you guys can compare this to every other experience you have. And me being a Virgo and a perfectionist, I want to make it the best experience. I wanted to make it one of the most memorable games you possibly could ever have. So the fact that you lasted this long, I loved watching you. I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope iSurv1vor was everything you wanted it to be, and then a little bit more. Not too much more, because you're a little up there in age, but just a little bit more.
And
Shithead. Such a
you know
shithead.
what, Sandy? I honestly and truly enjoyed myself. I really did. I enjoyed the challenges, loved the cast from original Dawn Talk through Swap, through on into Merge. There's people I wished I had had an opportunity to play with because I loved their Meet Me videos. I wanted to meet Daniel. I wanted to
You would have
meet
worked well with Daniel.
I wanted to meet Jayla because I think we would have conflicted. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe. But I think she would have been a blast. I wanted to meet Banks. I wanted to meet Dustin. Dustin was one I wanted to meet. So, I'm sad that I didn't get to meet them and talk to them. But the cast was amazing. You and Ricky did a fabulous job. Being a co-host, I know how hard it is to pull these people together, and you want those personalities, and you want this good mix of heroes and villains and floaters, and you just want it to mix and mesh and meld together in the end. And this cast was amazing for that. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you giving me a chance to play because I know you had reservations about it, even though I know.
It happens on the way to heaven. That's how I look at life.
And Tucker is still a shithead, just saying.
He'll always be a shithead. And I just want to say congratulations on the glory spot. And welcome to the IS family. And this
I'm glory spot.
And for some reason, I definitely think this helps build a bridge in the org community. There aren't many great games to play out there, and I think the ones you mentioned are the best of the best. So
I have to agree. I would say these are the 3 best games, and I think call me. I think we need to talk.
yeah, call me. And I just want to end this segment with the badass of the badasses. She lasted longer than all y'all. She got 3 votes for the win, and she is officially the runner-up of this 39-day experience. Tiara, any final words from Benny?
Yay, Tiara!
Wait, I know her final words. They
Here,
had it.
Tiara.
Oh, yeah, they had
I would post my crown, but I can't.
I just have really enjoyed this game more than I could ever say. And just the people I got to know in this game, I truly come to care about. So I think that in itself is a win. So I just have really loved this experience, and so thank you for casting me and believing in me. So, yeah.
And with that, viewers, these are your fans from the Dawn Talk tribe of iSurv1vor 27. Everybody, give them a round of applause. You have Zach Miller.
Woo!
You
Dawn
have
Talk
Zach-
strong.
You have Tater, Zach Tater. Miss Kim,
Tater? I haven't heard that in a while.
Justin,
Oh,
Desiree, and Miss Kim. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome to the family, and again, thank you for an awesome season. Fucking kick ass.
Thanks,
So sad it's over.
Thank you.
Alright. You guys can leave. I'm gonna call in the paddle pungs.
Good luck.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Have fun.
There's later.
I still don't know how to leave, so somebody Help me out. Oh, you hit leave. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, you know how you
Okay.
X out of a browser? That might work.
Oh, that's even better. Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Love you. To the point of no return. I should start singing 80s music all by myself in here. Like, the reunion's over, and now it's just Sandy karaoke. Hey, somebody.
Hey.
What's up? Where's Dustin Napper? Send instant message. Let's. My pappy pungs.
Oh, my fam.
Sandy, I hate to disappoint you, but we just had a good like 20-minute powwow with all 7 of us.
Oh, did you? It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. You guys already talked it out. We could just talk for a couple of minutes. Let the viewers see all you love, guys.
Yay!
All right, Palpong, what is up? I want to introduce you guys to the viewers. Everybody, this is the Palpong tribe. All right, so at the start, there was 3 tribes. One of fans, all fans, the Dongta tribe. One of favorites, the Gandin tribe, all favorites. And this was the mixed tribe. This was my special little fucking Frankenstein concoction of a tribe. All right? After assessing the cast, we decided, all right, these 4 favorites, they're not going to be with the favorites. There's something about these 4 favorites that, you know, they're going to be on this tribe. And these 4 fans, there's something about these 4 fans. I think, you know, let's give them a little bit of a more difficult road. Let's put them with some favorites. And this was our Frankenstein tribe here, all right? So much drama happened from this tribe. It was Gandin, the hot mess faves, and then there was this mixed tribe, which was like faux harmonious at first, but then completely not harmonious once the first vote went down. Like, that harmoniousness was quickly gone in the snap of a finger. Dustin and Lily, I'm so happy to see you guys. I miss you so much. For real.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for real. Both of you guys were, I don't want to say my favorites because I love everybody, but I just, heartbreaking tribal councils to say the least, okay? Now, Dustin, you were one of the second. Gibson is not going to be here because Gibson hates me. Anyway, but Dustin, you were the first Palpong in this call to end up getting voted out. And you had just been in a majority vote, the tribal council before. Let's flash back what happened, why you only lasted so long.
Totally agree with you. I'm like, bitch, why are you pulling me into this? Where the fuck's Marcus? they were.
Where does that come from? Is that me? All I heard is
I have no idea.
I heard Hunter talking about Marcus.
I think it came from Kay.
So Dustin,
I was on my phone on the alumni chat because I was bored while I was trying to get in here because my laptop died.
No, it's okay, Kay. We're having a reunion of your original tribe. Say hello to everybody who wanted you gone first.
Hi, Palpong! Woo!
So Dustin, this is your time. Tell me.
Yes,
right, so you went in the majority. You went in the majority. You were with Martina, Tanya, Kay, and Dustin. That was the alliance that came out after Eric's alliance got exposed. All right. So
Yes.
You guys are in the majority. You guys get rid of Gibson. Complete blindside. Kay doesn't have to use her idol, and you guys are in the majority. Or
They didn't know that I had.
Yeah, I know. They didn't know, but Kay, you didn't.
That I had the idol before.
I know, but I just remember the prediction writers were all like, "Oh my God, is Kay gonna use her idol? Is Kay gonna use her idol? Is Kay gonna use her idol?" And you didn't. Anyway, Dustin, rewind time. What happened? You go from majority to the target.
Yeah, well, I was a little confused. Like, I had a great little session late one night with Lily, Tanya, and Kay, and everything was going really good. And so I went confident into the next round. And then the next day, nobody was, like, talking to me. I was like, oh,
Did I
Eric, I
become
think
the
something's
target?
wrong. And I'm like, he's like, well, I said, oh, I think I made a really bad mistake. I should have, like, seen my opportunity and, like, gone with it, but I didn't. I didn't play a very good game. I wasn't happy with what I did. So
So
it
did
is
you
what
leave?
it is.
You left. Why did you think you left? Why did you think you were the one voted out at that time, opposed to Kay and Tanya? Because like Tanya was actually in the alliance, didn't get the target. Kay was actually the annoying one that everybody wanted out, wasn't the target. They targeted, and then they could have targeted Martina, who wasn't in their alliance, but they targeted you instead.
I really want to say it was my lack of computer knowledge, and all like their challenges coming up was all like skill based and like speed, and my computer was not at all up to date with your guys' stuff. So I'm like, well, hopefully I didn't want to like drag them down in the next challenge. So, but I also, I don't know, I didn't really connect with many people very well as much as everybody else did in this. So.
Now, I kind of said this to to Miller from the Dawn Talk tribe because he was one of the ones who was out early, and then for the majority of the game, they were a viewer. How was it to? Because more than half this tribe, or half the tribe was, one made it to the finals, and then Martina, Tanya, Eric, and Adam all made the jury. Poor Lily, right before the jury, right before the merge. But how was it to watch all these people be somewhat successful in the game, and there you are being like, fuck, I got God on day 9.
Well, it was super exciting. I was rooting for all you guys. I voted in all the polls, and maybe I shouldn't have voted in all the polls, but I'm sorry. I wanted to get my opinion out there. It was like, oh, go Pelpung. So I was watching you guys. I was super excited to follow the challenges and see who won and what did what. So I was really bummed to see each of you guys like get knocked off one by one, but
I will say that Palpong had like a lot of people at the end of the game, but none of y'all really worked together really ever. Scavenger hunt. That was one of my highlights of yours. I loved editing your footage. You really gave it a good go, and it's so funny because your boyfriend commented on one of the scavenger hunt videos, and he was like, "That's so humiliating." And then when I casted it, I was like, I can't wait for Kirk's boyfriend or Kirk to have to help Dustin do this. And he did it, and he did it such like a champ. He threw shit in your face. He wrapped you up in foil or whatever it was. Like he did it. How was that experience for you with Kirk?
It was very exciting. I know he didn't get to really play the first time that he did. He was kind of bummed out about it. So I was glad to go into it kind of knowing somebody that went through similar stuff. Like, he's a big online gamer, unlike me. So I kind of went to him for a bunch of stuff, which, of course, led a little bit to my downfall. But I won't blame him
Why
for
am I
that.
listening to you? You didn't even pass the enter the game challenge.
I know, but he's more experienced than I was, so I went to him for a lot of stuff. And I went to the favorites for a lot of stuff, too, trying to be like, hey, I'm new at this stuff, you gotta help me out here.
What did you think of your Palpong girl Kay's final? Did you watch her funeral?
I did. I thought it was really sad. I was like, oh, don't give up yet. It's okay. Come on. Because I was in the alumni chat, and I know some good things were said about her. So I was like, oh, don't give up yet. I was rooting.
How was your, I know, albeit short, overall experience? If I asked you, hey, you want to come back for Rookies versus Vets 4, would you come back?
I am waiting for Blood versus Water.
Yes!
Yes! And he is down for it, too. So
Yeah.
we will promise
Well,
on separate sides of the house, like, not talking for, like, 3 days.
Well, I'm definitely going to cast you in that season and expect Tanya and her husband Richard there as well.
Richard, good job.
Miss Lily. Lily Pad, Lily Goddess.
Hello.
Oh, my brother just called you beautiful. She's taken, okay?
But you can still be friendly.
All right, Lily, I want to commend you on it's very hard sometimes to watch everybody's confessional all the way through. You have this sense of humor that I don't even think you know that you have, because you are hilarious. You're funny. You make jokes all while explaining where you are, where your head's at. It's not just like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes of jokes. It's 4 minutes, 5 minutes of good content that keeps you engaged because I find you hilarious. Oh my gosh, Andrew Gibson is here. I'll get to you, Gibby, gumdrop. But Lily, I want to commend you on cracking me up. If when I host the iSurv1vor Awards, expect one coming your way for community value. And that's one of the reasons why I was upset that you left, because, okay, you knew how to play the game, you're a smart girl, okay? But you're not under the radar, or weren't under the radar, to where you were super quiet like Martina, okay? Martina, I could say, was under the radar half the time, all right? You weren't OTT like Kay, who, if people didn't vote her way, she was like running around like a rampant, raging psychopath. You were just like this comedic value, which, again, I feel like you need that in a game. You need these awesome different personalities. So when I lost my comedic value, I'm like, who's going to make me laugh now? What happened? Tell me what happened to your game.
Oh, what? Well, I don't think I ever recovered from the first vote. I was just pissed off from like the get-go. Yeah, I don't know.
From my perspective, it kind of seems like, okay, you were super talkative with Tanya. You guys had a great bond. I love that alliance. I wish it lasted way longer. But then it came to the point that when Tribal Council happened, it seemed, and Tanya said it best. Tanya said, I had no idea Lily wasn't, I was one of the only people Lily was communicative or communicated with.
Yeah, I definitely just stopped talking to everybody.
Why? Do you think like you didn't vibe as well once you got on the girls' tribe? You know, your homies that you really were working with weren't there, and then you're surrounded by all these badgers who technically you really didn't know, didn't want to work. Like, tell me a little bit what happened.
It's mostly because I hate Skype, actually. I'm not even lying. It is mostly because I hate getting on calls, and I don't want to actually have to talk to you because I have a bunch of other shit I want to be doing. So literally, it's because I hate talking on Skype. That's why I didn't talk to people.
Any regrets on that at all? Because you went like halfway, and you could have gone the distance.
I don't regret it. I still hate Skype, and I'm totally okay with where I placed because any farther and I was gonna lose my head anyway. So.
Did you have fun?
Sometimes.
What was the least fun part for you?
Actually, I think that switch. The switch was the worst moment because like I felt like Adam and Eric finally had the power. We finally could do what we wanted to do. Although for the record, tribe and I would have 100% voted out Adam.
Who?
Adam.
So Tanya kind of went out the same way you did for the similar reasons. What do you think it is about Eric that made him such a target and made people want him out and anyone who was around him?
I have no idea. I have no idea why people don't like you, Eric. I don't know.
So okay. On the other flip side, why did you want to work with Eric?
Because I like Eric, but everyone else acts like he like kills puppies in his spare time or something, and I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Okay,
so
I'm really upset Kay can't come back in here. Like, why can't she come in? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of us in here.
Sandy, you're the 8th one, honey.
Oh, but yeah, see, I told her I shouldn't have kicked those ones. Sorry, Kay, but you're out for now, girl. Gibby, put your head on cam, bro. So when I talk to you, we don't see just your forehead. What's up, Gibbs? Okay, I had high hopes for you this season, bro. Once I found out you were interested in playing, you were in my mind. And then we had the interview. Best interview out of all of you bitches. 100%. Loved it. It's like he had this radio host excitement in his audition. I saw this fire that he hadn't seen 2 seasons prior. And the fact that he played 2 seasons prior worked against him and Ginny, but they were just 2 people I wanted in, okay? And granted, your vote out caused a whole bunch of controversy. but it's part of the season, and it's part of this season. Let's rewind back. What went down, in your opinion? And feel free to state for the record. I'm not going to cuss you out on screen.
No, I mean, Tanya is a bitch, and she flipped.
What were your feelings about Kay during your whole? Because she was supposed to go. Why do you think Tanya flipped on you?
I think Tanya and Kay had more of a relationship than she let on. My confusion in all of this is Tanya created the nap time. Like, Tanya is the one that comes to me and comes to Eric and comes to everybody and says, let's put this together. And, I mean, she wanted to get blood on her hands that early. That's up to her. That's fine. But, like, it didn't make, strategically, it made absolutely zero sense. Like, if you've got the votes on lockdown, why the hell are you flipping anything and creating this other alliance and doing these things? She created it. She created it without Kay. She did all of this different stuff that just made no sense to me. And that's fine. Whatever. Shit happens. Cool.
Now, do you regret any of your actions leading up? Like, sort of, I said this with Eric. Why was he so outwardly showing his dislike or frustration with Kay? Do you regret any of that?
Well, I didn't in chats and stuff. I did not. Now, my confessionals, I ripped Kay a new asshole. But in like the game and in the chats and stuff, I was pretty nice. Now, here's the thing: everybody in this freaking Paplong call would be having a conversation, and Kay's just like sitting in the corner having a conversation with herself.
Or she'll come in, completely interrupt you, and be like, "Guys, look at this Tumblr video. It's so cute."
Like, it had nothing to do with what's going on. So it's not like I was rude to Kay. Kay isolated herself and was the crazy person sitting in the corner talking to a wall. Like, literally, my tribe call, 90% of the time I thought I was in a fucking insane asylum. Like, no joke, it's just how shit happened. You've got Adam snapping selfies. He's like the over-conceited person. You've got Kay talking to herself in a fucking corner. You've got Tanya that's like multiple personality syndrome with all of her fucking kids everywhere. You've got freaking Martina who's speaking in a different language. I mean, that's not because she's crazy. That's because she doesn't fucking know English. Then you've got Dustin who's here half the time and running in to talk to his parties and stuff. I mean, Peplong was fucking like Alcatraz insane asylum shit.
And I hope you guys know why he was casted. Like, this is what was denied. We were denied this Andrew Gibson. And here's the thing, Andrew. There's no malice meant. You're passionate about the game. I saw that from the moment I auditioned you. So you going out when a K should have been gone, like, I understand where that pissed offness comes from. I get it. But let's talk about the icky stuff that went on within your tribe. Let's get it out there. Let's talk about it, okay? I wish Kay was here because I kind of want to know exactly.
Oh, I'm so fucking glad Kay's not here.
Yeah, well, I want to know exactly if what I think went down, if this is how it went down, okay? Because the whole cloud shrouding this tribe or something that happened is, how did the Naptime Alliance get found out, right?
It got found out because Tanya found it. Tanya created it, demolished it, did everything about it. She ran it. She created this beautiful.
Yeah, but Tanya never specifically told Kay the name or the people in it. I forget the name, but Kay definitely mentioned to Adam people that were in quote-unquote an alliance, and she knew for a fact to Adam, and she couldn't tell him how. And this is where I thought, okay, something needs to be investigated. Whereas now I realize, okay, that's Kay clearly being like, oh, I can't tell you, but it's for fact, But I want to know from your guys' perspective. This is how in my mind it broke down, okay? Kay talks to Martina. They discuss something about who they think is close with who, right? Through reasoning and deduction, they know Eric is close to Tanya. Tanya's close to Gibson. Gibson's close to Eric. Adam likes Tanya because Adam said that to Kay or something like that. And so all this is discussed between Martina and Kay or something to that effect. Then, because Kay and Adam have this open communication, Kay then goes to Adam and been like, there's an alliance. These are the people in it. I can't tell you, because she didn't know for a fact. I can't tell you how, I can't tell you who, but this is the alliance. And then Adam takes this information and goes to Eric. Eric then admits what wasn't fact, but was true, but wasn't fact in Kay's mind, because when I had approached Kay about quote-unquote a possible cheating scandal, and I was like, how did you find out about a supposed alliance? The first words out of her mouth over and over in typical Kay fashion was, is it true? Am I right? Is it true? Is it true? And that immediately showed me that I spilled the beans on something that she was just assuming. So that's my interpretation of what went down. But I want to know how you guys think Kay found out about specific people within the alliance.
I truly I don't know. But here's what I don't get. Like, okay, let's take this to the situation. Kay finds out, right? Eric spills the beans. Eric then reveals that he has a great relationship with Adam. Eric reveals that he has a great relationship with Lily. And I'm the fucking casualty. Like, people are saying they always wanted to go after Eric. So why was it me? I love you, Eric. Like, I'm so glad I met you.
I think I could. I'm pulling her picture up right now, but I think the reason is a woman named Tanya. I think she was willing to sacrifice you and not Eric. He was willing to jump with Kay's side, but the stipulation was you go and not Eric. Am I wrong, Tanya?
I heard something different. See, from what I heard from Kay was there was a call that Gibson and Kay had where Gibson was not very nice to Kay. Is that true, Gibson?
That did not happen prior to the vote, no.
No. Ultimately, Kay came to me, and she said, you know, if I'm going to...
I mean, just saying, kids, nobody really talked to Kay at maybe like a span of 2 days. It might have been 1 day. And it could have been just vibes that she was getting from Gibson, not fact that it actually happened. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, we didn't have a call pre the vote, no. I tried to talk to Kay as little as I possibly could.
But
and I still, after this game, will try to talk to Kay as little as I possibly can.
Tanya, you had a heavy hand. So what happened exactly? You had a heavy hand in which way that vote swung.
Right. Kay asked me, she said, you know, one of these two people has to go if I'm going to stay. It's either Eric or Gibson. And I knew if Gibson had votes on him and by some chance he stayed in the game, he would be hella pissed. And we'd have this fellow we see tonight that's kind of getting mad at me. So I knew that Eric, if the vote didn't go his way, he'd be able to roll with it and, you know, mend those fences and we could still get along and, you know, keep working together. Which, I mean, ultimately, we merged and we were fine, I thought. I mean, I got voted out for it, so I hope we were fine. So
she saved my ass twice.
There you go.
And you say I'm mad. I mean, people know me well enough. I've been playing this shit for a long time. It's a game at the end of the day, and it is what it is. I'm glad to see some of you. Lily, I'm so glad to see you, and Eric.
I love this. I remember hopping on calls and just seeing you guys, like, play the first few days of iSurvivor together. Cool.
So I mean, yeah, that was cool. It was good. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But the logic that whole round. I mean, you know me. I'm an old school pro board player, and it was the logic made no fucking sense.
I actually talk about that in my confessionals for the next for the rest of the time I'm in the game. I'm pissed off about how dumb it was. Just FYI.
She's like she starts every confessional off talking to you, Gibson, specifically to you.
Good things or bad things?
No, good. She starts every confessional off being like, okay, Gibson, so it's day 7, you're gone, and this is what I'm dealing with. Day 8, day 9, they're all to you, baby boy.
I love you, Lily.
I want to talk to Martina, okay? So I think this is why she appeared so under the radar at the start. You have Tanya being like, I'm going to be Chaos Cast, I'm going to be Comcast, do I vote off Gibson, do I get rid of Kay? So you have her being like, what kind of game is she going to play this first round of the game? You have Lily, who is she's a rookie, but she's already gelled with the vets, all right? So she's already has her story. You have Adam, who's just starting to suck on the teat of Eric. You have Eric, who's come back, and he's the sort of like the head honcho. You have Gibson, who's like very vocal about how he feels and challenges. Just like, I don't know, I just feel like you guys are all not over-the-top personalities, but you're not quiet people. You're not ones to just sit back. And then you have Martina, the Polish fan. How was the first few days on this tribe for you? And how did you and Kay become so close?
No one ever told me that I can't hear my echo. Okay.
Ooh, does somebody not have
Um,
headphones on? So let me mute mine maybe.
Yeah, no one ever told me that my mic was messed up until we swapped, and Kim was like, "Girl, fix your mic," and that's when my social game actually got better. Um,
Too many polite Americans apparently and Canadians.
like no one could understand what I was saying, so and yeah
So no one really knew you actually spoke English till day 15.
yeah I don't know, I'm just a quiet person, and yeah, like you have Kay opening Snapchats, eating chips, or doing whatever, so like I'm not going to talk over her. And yeah, I think the old Palpang time was, I was kind of struggling with fitting in, and I think I said it in my confessionals that I really believe that you should have that one person in the game that you can trust, that you can play with, and I was looking for that person. It was really hard, and like at the end of the day, it was Kay. Just everyone
What
else
was it
had
about, Kay?
someone.
Was it by default you felt that, okay, this is what I'm left with?
Yeah, basically.
God, look what you did. You guys can't blame Martina. You guys pushed her to work with Kay.
But it worked, and we got to that Final Four, and it worked. So hey.
Now, Adam, I know you took a lot of heat from Kay those first couple of rounds. What was it about you that she felt this open communication, like a little brother syndrome with you?
I don't know. I guess the first call that we had with all of Palpung, she was a younger person that I could almost relate to. She was real fiery. I enjoyed it. Hey, Kay. Hey, turn up.
Hey.
Yeah, Kay and
Thanks,
I think we
She
just,
let me use hers.
yeah, I think we really clicked at the beginning of the game. We had good conversations. We basically let each other know that we really trusted each other and we liked each other's personalities, and yeah.
So what was it that when Kay brought that information to you about an alliance, what was it? You trusted her, but I guess you trusted Eric more, and when you went and told him?
It's like I trusted her. I agreed with what she was saying, but I knew that Eric was loyal enough to me that he wouldn't do anything to hurt my game. And so I knew that if he had started an alliance with other people, I believed it, but I also believed that I was still his number one, and in the end I was, but I don't know.
Okay. How did you...
Hi.
Okay, let's talk about your and Martina's relationship, the convos that were had at the start or the first rounds of the game that made you have this conversation with Adam about alliances. It's Kay's computer. She sucks. I told her to use a different browser all the time. So is this what it's like being on a tribe with Kay?
Like times 1,000.
Are you shocked she did outlasted all of you guys?
No, do you want me to give you an analogy as to why?
No, tell me.
HLC. She's a fucking goat.
Did you see her? Did you see her hell speech?
No, I didn't.
You need to watch it, Gibson. I would love to hear.
No, I mean, Kay's a goat. I mean, when she got
no,
to
not
that
her hell
far,
speech, her funeral. Sorry.
when she got that far and she got to the place, it's just like an HLC. I mean, she's a vote for somebody and she'll leech on and goad onto somebody, and so people keep her around because she is that vote. And when you have somebody that's as desperate as Kay is on so many freaking levels, then you have somebody that is going to be loyal to you because she's desperate to just stay another round, and that's why she didn't get one fucking jury vote.
Why do you think? How do you feel about Ginny winning? I know you know of Ginny. You didn't play with her, but she's a vet and she's played multiple times. So that's pretty much similar to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Ginny played a good game. I think it's not who I was cheering for. I was cheering for Eric and Adam, but that's just how the cookie crumbled there. But yeah, I was happy. And of course, I was cheering for Kim Matina because I love that woman.
And what about Adam being the last man in the game?
Hi, I'm back. My call keeps dropping.
You need to A, get better Wi-Fi, B, get a new computer, and C, use a different browser. So if you could do that, I could. Once you're finished, I'll tell you what you.
I'm good. I'm good now. I think. I think I'm good.
All right, so let me just ask Gibson what he thought about Adam being the last man standing, and then we'll get to you real quick.
You know, for his first real game, I was proud of him, and I just messaged him on Skype and said that I was proud of him. You know, he came out of this game and he played a very, very good social game, and I think that was great. And he aligned with the right person because, I mean, Eric was the right person. And I honestly think that if that vote would not have gone down like it did, and I would have still been there, I think me, Eric, and Adam would have done.
Would have been a damage. Yeah, well, definitely, because then all three of you would have been on the man's team, and who knows what would have happened. Okay, Kay. So tell me how your relationship with Martina started.
Hi.
Martina
Okay,
made
so
and then tell me a little bit about how you came to the conclusion of the relationships on your tribe.
Okay, so basically, me and Adam were close, but I knew he was close with Eric and people. And then I noticed that Martina and Dustin weren't as close with people, so I started talking to Dustin and Martina. And then I'm like, okay, who are you guys close with? Who are you guys not? And they're like, well, basically, I figured out, like, no one likes me. Come on. I was the girl that would sing in chats, whatever. And then they're like, I figure out that, okay, it's a 6-1 vote to remove Kay. And I'm like, who's doing this? What the fuck? And I'm like, okay, for sure it's Gibson. For sure it's Eric. Tanya is with Gibson, like, right away. I knew that. And, like, but it can't just be, like, why is it just the three favorites and not me? So I'm talking to Dustin and Martina, and, like, I'm for sure, like, knowing, no way these two are with them. No frickin' way. They might do what they say, sure, but whatever. Adam, I liked Adam a lot. I loved him, and I trusted him, and I feel like he would have said something to me. And Lily, I never, she was like that, you know, so I'm like, let me just put her in there with them. Go and tell Adam this shit. Boom. It spreads wide open, blah, blah, blah. Then we figure out that's the alliance. I go and talk to Dustin and Martina. I'm like, guys, save me here. Let's go. We can take this into our own hands and get the big bad wolf out. The one that's controlling everything, the one that's talking stern with his big-ass voice, thinking he can do everything. Oh, I'm feeling so confident, Kay. I'm feeling so confident. Are you feeling confident now that you're out? Yeah? Okay, great. And basically, that's it. Oh, and Tanya obviously came to us instead. Yay! And I love Tanya no matter what. Love her. She's an amazing person. I also love her daughter. She's my best friend, but yeah.
So,
Hannah.
okay, I just want to set the record straight. So was all this assumptions about this alliance and then Adam telling Eric bringing it to light? Is that how it played out?
Honestly, it doesn't take a freaking genius to figure this out, especially because no one was freaking messaging me. Like, not one message.
Obviously not. You figured it out.
I'm not
so it doesn't
talking
take a
to
genius.
you. Don't talk, okay? Don't talk over
It
me.
doesn't take a genius. You figured it out.
Bye.
Guys.
Okay, shut up,
No,
you.
this is what it was like to be on a
old-looking
tribe
old
call with
man.
her.
Please.
Love you.
Well, at least you're gone and no one else had to deal with you. Yay!
Okay.
I feel like I saved everyone. Like, literally.
So
we all, like, me, Martina,
You brought them to
Tanya,
hell.
and Dustin, like, saved everyone because of you.
Why?
Like,
Okay.
And
Why?
you were, like, trying to take control over Tanya. By the way, I'm so, like, happy that she did that because she didn't have to listen to you. Okay?
Trying to
Oh,
take
and Eric
control
also
of it.
wanted you out. Did you know that? He's like to me, oh, if I knew Kay was going to stay, I would have voted Gibson out too. Oh, my God, why didn't anyone tell me Gibson was going out? I wanted him out next. Everyone wanted you out, Gibson. Don't think you're some hot shit, okay? Just don't. Thank you. And the way you talk to people, you need to treat people with more respect. Don't ever talk to me like you're bullying me. Don't ever speak down to me, ever. Do you understand that? You're not my freaking father. Done.
Are you done?
I don't want to listen to you. Don't
done?
talk. Bye.
That's pretty much
Why are you
what I'm talking
here?
about. You can
You
talk
weren't
all the
even
shit that
here.
you want.
You weren't even
talk all
here,
the shit that you
Gibson.
It's a
want.
reunion. You're all
You can talk all the shit that you want, but you don't respond. That's the whole point. You're a fucking 15-year-old girl. Grow the fuck up. Oh, her browser froze again. Of course.
So
This
Martina.
bitch is here for 5 days, and that's what happens. Anyways, Martina, queen, go talk.
Martina, so what made you, and I want Tanya, what made you personally, I want to know your decisions, what made you guys decide at that first tribal council, okay, we're going to go with K opposed to, okay, we're going to go with Gibson, or we're going to go with this side opposed to that side? So, well, Martina.
I was like, so, wait, Tanya is doing that? So I'm going to do it. For me, it made no sense for her game at all, because she was betraying 3 people that still were in the game. So it was like, okay, maybe it's worth taking that risk, because if we vote K, I would be on the bottom, and that way maybe my position would be better, and yeah, it all worked out. So
Tanya.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I didn't like what I was seeing, like in the naptime chat. The comments to Kate were just getting too much. You know, talking about her behind her back, kind of bullying her, and it didn't make me feel good, because this is somebody that I came into the game day one. I knew her beforehand, and became a day one. We were so excited to build a tribe together. You know, that we each had someone, and I felt bad that I had thrown that away already. That, you know, because they had been annoyed by her, I said, okay, well, you know what, she'll be an easy first person to boot. You know, we'll show that the favorites aren't all together, that we're willing to work with the fans. And, you know, it was a good plan in that way, but I guess the favorite that went was Gibson in the end. So, yeah. And I also wanted to give Martina and Dustin a chance, because I felt like people weren't even talking to them, and, you know, getting to know them and know their game, and let them go further. So, I mean, I didn't have to. Like, I was on the top already. I didn't have to go down and help these people, but I wanted them to have chances. So.
Is there any regrets knowing, you know, Kay's one of the reasons why you left as the second juror? Any regrets? Because, let's face it, you said this before. You kind of saved her life, and then when your life was on the line, there was no, for whatever reason, Kay decided there was no reciprocity.
Yeah. Well, there are and there aren't. Like, going into the swap, I was so glad I had kept Kay. And Martina was there too. You know, we had our 4 girls all together. It was a strong group. And also the fact that Kay did have the idol, which she said that she would play on me if I ever needed it. And, you know, that happened, and I made it to the end with her. So it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Whatever. But no, that for me.
If you ended up leaving next because you turned on your.
But here's the thing: at least Tanya is consistent, because what she just said is the exact reason why she voted out Desiree, is because she didn't like the bullying that the girls were doing and putting on against Eric, which is kind of the reason why she saved UK and voted out Gibson.
Yes, of course. But at that point in time, Eric was like my rival, or whatever you want to call it.
No, that makes sense. The reasons why in return.
For me, personally.
No, for your reaction to Tanya's action, completely justified. Like, for why you personally voted her out, because Eric is a target. She's one of your closest allies. You'd expect her to have your back, and she'd expect you to let her know or you let her know what, like, she wanted to actually vote out Desiree. All that makes sense. It's just, I'm just pointing out, she's consistent in that if she feels somebody's being wronged, like, because of personality issues and stuff like that, or whatever, or even just the game's going a little bit too far, bitch is
I get that. No, I totally get that. And the thing is, during that whole Desiree period, she didn't really talk to me. During that whole period.
Merge is a big.
So I realized, wait, Tanya's even talking to me right now. What is happening with us?
Yeah, I mean, merge
because Desiree's leaving, and you know who told me who Desiree was leaving? Justin told me.
Ooh. Lily.
Yeah.
So let's rewind. Girls, we're back on the girls' tribe, okay? They just mentioned 4 Palpung strong on the girls' tribe, all right? Then you have 4 Palpung girls against whoever else is left there, because Katie's gone at this point. Why you? Why vote you out over Ginny?
I stopped talking to anybody.
Kay, was it because she didn't talk to you, pretty much?
It was that. Also, I knew we were probably I didn't want her to come into merge with us, because I knew that if she did, she was close with Eric and Adam because of what she did to Dustin.
And you're
And
all
I knew Martina and I both agreed on this. Martina and I did almost everything together. We planned everything together mostly. So Martina can say the same thing probably. We wanted Lily out because of that. We don't want Eric coming in and like kicking us out because he seems to have 9 lives like a freaking cat.
Eric, do you take it as a compliment that Kay surrounded a lot of her game around you specifically?
I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily a compliment, I guess, but it's interesting because at Merge, she was never on my radar. I never like wanted her out. There was actually no specific person who I wanted out. I knew I was in the outs, and I didn't care which one of them went, but I knew I didn't have a say in who left, which I kind of needed to rely on Tanya. I needed to rely on Jenny.
Speaking of Tanya, I have a question. Tanya told you when she knew things were going south between her and Kay, or even probably before because she wanted to gain confidence. I'm not really sure about when, but she told you about Kay's idol.
She didn't tell me until she was like 1 vote away from being voted out.
Yeah, so why didn't you use that next round as something to like
I actually want to chime in. Me and Eric talked, right? We talked.
We did.
And I really wanted this to work out, but I knew no way I could trust Eric at this point in the game this far. But I was thinking, how awesome would it be for me and Eric to just start working together out of nowhere? And no one would ever suspect it. But the thing is, he knew about my idol at that point. He told me Tanya told him about my idol. He told me. And at that point, it was just like, how can I trust him after everything? You know?
So Eric, you weren't willing at all to sell Kay up the river about the idol and as strategy to try to deflect the target off of you?
Oh no, I told almost everybody.
Really?
And everybody knew. Yeah, I told multiple people
and nobody
that she had the idol.
Nobody bit that?
No, believe it or not, like I was very interested in what Kay had to say, and I would have stayed with her.
Yeah, I remember you said that when you were leaving. You said, oddly enough, I would have worked with her.
Would you really have?
Absolutely.
Really?
I still would have. You wouldn't have been my number one, obviously, Adam. I would have still stayed close to like Adam. I still would have stayed close to Gray, and I assumed Justin was gonna go. But no, I had every intentions of keeping you safe, as I said.
Yeah.
Katie, did you ever think you'd be the last one out of these people?
No. Kind of, maybe. I guess you never know with these kind of games, though, honestly. You don't know.
Do you think your lack of watching Survivor played a part in your, like, the reason your initial start was so difficult? And maybe your...
Maybe, but then I started watching it more and more
do you think that,
playing the game.
Do you think that you should maybe watch a little bit more Final Tribal Councils?
Ha, 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 ha. Hilarious.
All right, so I want to, before we wrap up the Pal Pong segment and move on to the...
I also have something to say.
I'm going to come back to you, Queen Bee. Okay. Before we go wrap up this segment and move on to the crazy Gandon people, I want to thank each of you, the fans and favors alike on this tribe. Pal Pong is a tribe to remember, from the first person voted out, Andrew Gibson, to the very last, Kaya.
I'll be in LA in 18 days.
Yes, bro. All right, so Andrew Gibson, wrap up your experience. Just last final words. And I love you, and I mean it for real.
I'm gonna message you because we're still getting together in 18 days.
Yeah, and I'm a pit bull, so I want you to know when I come at you like a pit bull, I'm like a dog. I don't remember it like 2 minutes later, but I love you for real.
I know you. We've had these same fights in other games. It was fun. I met some great people. I'm very happy to have met Adam and Lily and Dustin and Eric and Tanya. And there's people I'll never talk to again, Kay. And I'm okay with that. So. Yeah, I mean, it was fun, it was good, it was great, and yeah, Sandy, we'll see you in 18 days.
Adam. You're good, I hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah.
This experience has been absolutely crazy. I'm blessed to have met every single one of you, even though I've wanted to slap a lot of you across the face, but that's alright. Coming into it, I was a newbie. I had no idea what I was doing, and I made a lot of really great friends from it. I learned a lot about myself, and it's just been an awesome experience for me, so I'm blessed.
Dustin.
So I had a fantastic time, of course. It was tons of fun. Thanks for inviting me, and thanks for Ricky for scooping me up from a random crazy, like, I had no idea about this group and how big it really was. I learned never to eat a stick of butter for 8 points again. That definitely has to go up in point value because that was awful. And I also am planning on buying a new computer so I can keep up with people in these orgs. So
Yeah,
I'm
keep
looking
up with
forward
us.
to it.
Keep
Right.
up with us. I
So
love
thanks
my
again.
alumni. Anytime. Thank you. Biodork.
Ha!
All right, well, let's not call me that.
Okay, Eric. I know you're blushing, Eric.
I absolutely love this game. I actually enjoyed it more than Japan.
Really?
And I did, and you know the reason why Japan I had one friend, which was Nicole. This one I
That's
feel
so true. That's so true.
I feel like this game I became close with so many people. Obviously Adam, I would not have enjoyed this game as much as I did if it wasn't for him. And then, you know, there's other people in this game who I absolutely love to death. You know, people like Lily, people like Tanya, Gibson and I got along. People like Justin, Gray, Stewart, all these people made this experience amazing for me. And sorry if I didn't mention you, but there's so many people in this game that I absolutely love and that I will continue talking to. No hard feelings to everybody. This is a game. But yeah, no, it was great, and I'm glad you brought me back.
Thank you, Eric. I'm glad I decided to host a winter season because I know these guys. So, Lily.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for having me. I did have fun sometimes. It did teach me I should probably never ever play a Skype game again as long as I live. Because I'm
better
really
at
bad
it.
at actually talking to people.
Even if you dislike, you're a lot better at it than you give yourself credit for.
I'm glad I was entertaining though. That's kind of what I try to do most of the time.
You really were. So if that was what you wanted to do, you did it.
Moment.
And then, yeah, before people started becoming really obnoxious and hateful, it's kind of like I snuffed your torch. So you went out at the right time.
Exactly. It's perfect. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime. Tanya. For what I just want to quickly say, for somebody, one of three people who played back to back, coming from Russia, I know Russia was just a lot. Yeah. And playing back to back, I warned all of you guys, hey, it's going to be a lot. I would love for you to come back. Just know, playing back to back is a heavy burden for a player. But I want you to know, you placed the best out of all the returnees. That's something to take out of this, okay? Yeah. Out of all your Russia returnees, you're consistent in your strategy and you're consistent in placement. And you're one of my all-time favorites. I want to apologize if we'll talk about it one-on-one now that the season's over. But I want to apologize, like I said, if I become barky and become a pit bull. It's all from passion, and it's reflected probably not the best way all the time. And I want to apologize because you do mean a lot to me. You're one of my favorites from this new group of alumni from the past 4 or 5 seasons. And hosting you is such a pleasure. Like, again, I say this to a lot of people, and I said this to you before. I host games for people like you to let out that creative energy. And I know this was a rockier season, probably not as much fun, probably more of a headache. But I really hope that, again, I mean, you got out of it what you wanted, and it was another iSurv1vor experience that you could look back on and maybe smile.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great season, and I liked that it was so different from Russia because I couldn't play the same season twice. Like, I tried to at the beginning, and it wasn't going to happen. So I just, ultimately, I know I placed kind of badly, but I had fun doing it, and it was about playing the game, right? I mean, we could all sit back and be quiet and make it far, but I just wanted to do it, to have fun, because I felt like last game I didn't really get to play that much, because we kept winning, and that sucked. So this was a bit more of a struggle, and I loved all the people I played with, and I remember counting out, all the people that I want to keep safe, and then I'm like, shit, there's like, I don't know when to vote off now. So, yeah, I just, thank you all. It was awesome.
Just thank you for your passion And yeah, your passion. I love it. I love it. You keep me wanting to host. So thank you for making my experience again just as enjoyable as my last one while I was hosting you. Okay, for real.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank
Sandy.
you. And Miss Martina. You good?
So, thank you for having me. I really enjoyed meeting you guys, especially Tanya and Kay. Like, I really love playing with you. And Tanya, playing Sandy, it was because of his twist. And Kay, even though you screwed both of us over at the end, um, I really loved playing with you, and I never thought that I would be able to have alliance with you, but it worked. So
Thank you, Martina.
Love you.
And the last Palpung standing. Lover, hater, you want to date her? Hey.
Okay, so I have some things to say. First of all, I made a personal mistake with Tanya, and I regret it every day in this entire game. I want to apologize to you. If it wasn't for that stupid twist, maybe things would have been different for sure. And I want to apologize to you, and I love you so much, and I have so much respect for you as a woman in general. And I look up to you, and I hope one day I can be the woman that you are. And Martina, I want to apologize to you too, because you know you're my girl. You are one of my best friends in this game, and I hope we continue our friendship outside of this game. You're an amazing human being, and maybe one day we can meet up in a Slavic country. And I want to say that this was a really fun game. Also, the funeral thing. I was just doing the funeral thing to get out my frustrations. You know, this game really takes a toll on you. Oh, and one more thing. Gibson, you lasted 3 days in this game. Basically, you were missing from this entire season like the hair on your balding head, bitch. Thank you. Mwah. Kisses.
I was just about to say, Kay, we should have solved that in some of your final tribal council, and you ended it like that. Gibson, I'm gonna let you ream in her one last time.
I'll let her trashiness show on its own. I don't have anything to say.
Mwah. Kisses.
Palpung, can I get a fist bump?
It wouldn't be Palpong without this. Hey.
Give me a fist bump, Palpung. On 3, let's blow it up. 1, 2, 3. Alright, guys. iSurvivor Palpung, Tibet, y'all are out of here. Love you, mean it, okay?
Bye.
Bye, Tanya, baby boy. Gandon, you guys can make your way in. Gandon, Gandon. All right.
I'm not playing. Jayla, get on.
Yeah, where's Jayla?
Jayla, I'm gonna be pissed if you don't get on. I am serious.
Jayla needs to get on.
Sandy is saying you need to get on right now.
Where is she?
Sandy, will you message her on Skype?
Yeah, I
We're
just
in a
messaged
call
her.
together.
I just messaged her. I'm messaging all the pre-jury Gandons.
She is nervous about coming on because she.
What is she nervous about? Bitch is like the least shy person ever.
She is very shy. She has a big heart, and she's worried that you're gonna crucify her for quitting.
I'm not going to crucify her, but like it needs to be something that's going to be talked about, and she shouldn't be ashamed of something that she did in the game. I mean, it's not like I'm going to
right.
You know, we're just gonna talk about it. Ask if she regrets it and shit like that. You know, the usual.
The flop tribe.
All right, can you guys?
Yes, she came. Yay!
Okay, can you guys? I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Can you guys just continue to message the rest of your tribe and make sure they get in here?
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Nobody else is coming except for Daniel.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Probably.
flop tribe.
Oh, you're the flop tribe, right? So I'll be right there. One sec.
I love that he acknowledged the fact that we're the flop tribe.
Yay, Jayla, I love you.
Does my microphone actually work on this? Because it never does usually.
Yes, it's working. I don't want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Your fucking microphone is working.
Where's Daniel?
What's in that cup? Yeah, where is Daniel?
He said he was getting like a beer.
He needs to get his life together. Who are we missing in our tribe? Sherry, she's a non-entity. Who else?
Ooh.
Because she's
Did
at
somebody message Sherry?
You want to message
at work, Sherry?
You message Sherry and let her know that you won.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot.
Can you do that for me, please?
I can't with you guys.
Oh yeah,
You
she
guys are so
didn't
shady.
blocked me.
I'm getting a video. Don't start without me.
Jessica's at work. Who else is on our tribe? Gray. Where his shady ass? Get our call.
Miss Gray.
Now.
I'm inviting Sherry.
You are shady ass. No.
This can turn to the Bad Girls Club.
I sent her the link and asked her if she could join. I don't know if she'll come or not. Seriously, Banks isn't gonna come? Who else? And Gray said already. Gray told me he's not about that life.
I don't care. I'm
What does that mean?
An alumni in my private chat. I said, Gray, you shady asshole, get online now.
I don't understand. Well, I invited Sherry and I sent her the link. So.
What's up, guys?
Hi, Sandy.
All right. So Gandin, or a fraction of Gandin, I want to welcome you. Everybody say hello to Chris, Daniel, Queen Jayla, Robert Gray.
Oh, he got online.
And the sole survivor of season 27, Queen Ginny. So let me throw it to Jayla, the only other female here right now. I saw your support video on Facebook for her. Did you actually think she had a chance to win this game after you decided this game is too much for me? But like when you left, did you ever think that this girl who could have been purple rocked out with you or Banks would actually take home the title?
Actually, yes. I just felt like Jenny needed to be straightforward with her answers and tell exactly what she had done. But I was doubting her, and obviously she proved me wrong.
Yes. What about you, Daniel? You were probably Jenny's closest ally other than Chris. She won.
I know. The thing is, like, the whole time I knew Jenny was underestimated from the first vote in Gandon, and I think even at some points she doubted herself, but I knew that she could win this game if she played it right, and she fucking did. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud.
Robert, you actually weren't a Guinea fan. You guys really didn't work together, so you're probably not as happy or ecstatic about this outcome as the rest of them. What was it about Guinea in this game?
I was really actually happy Jenny won, to be honest.
Okay.
I was really proud of her, and she gave some very strong responses.
Okay. Do you think if you could have been around, I know time was an issue for you, could you have been around for this final tribal council and given it your all, do you think you would have changed your vote at all?
No, I mean, as I kind of already said, I was gonna base my vote on the people that tried to build a relationship with me, and my relationships with Ginny and Kay were pretty non-existent. So like, I was basing my vote on actions rather than words. So really, the questions weren't gonna pay that much impact, but she had really great answers, and I did watch them.
All right, fair enough. Now tell me a little bit about this experience from your last experience. It seems like you always get outwitted, outplayed, or outlasted by a female in some aspect. Tell me a little bit about Venezuelan playing with Audrey to playing on this game, in this game with these Gandon hot messes and all that stuff.
I mean, yes, my first season I felt was a little messy, and I mean, this season was no different. I feel like this season was very messy. We had a lot of big personalities, a lot of twists. So, if anything, it got worse. To be honest, I don't.
Jayla. So on day 9, tribal council occurred, and you and Banks had to have it your way, and maybe even Gray voted a little bit too early to make the plan that you guys wanted to happen go through. Why did you choose at that point, you know what, I love you guys, but fuck this shit?
Well, there was stuff going on in my personal life, but other than that, game-wise, it was just that I had the idea that I was going to come in and be a straightforward bitch with Banks, and we're just going to run the tribe, and everybody was going to leave at the hand of us. And then I got to talking to these people, and they didn't just hate me, and it was like open arms, and I fell in love with each and every one of them, and that was annoying, but it happened.
That is so true. That is so true. I remember you coming in and be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be a boss bitch," and at the same time, I thought you thought you were gonna be hated. You're like, "Actually, I don't even want to play. They're gonna hate me. I'm gonna be ostracized, etc., etc." So, were you pleasantly surprised to be absolutely so far gone and wrong?
I was really happy and surprised. I was blessed with this tribe, so I guess maybe if I was on a different tribe, I wouldn't like everybody as much, but I'm thankful that they all loved me and accepted me for who I was.
So was it hard? I mean, your only 9 days in the game, a lot had happened. Like, it was probably like a 27 span of gameplay in those 9 days of being on that Gandon tribe. Do you think it was like having to vote out Jessica and seeing her reaction on cam, and then the fights between Sherry and Guinea, and then seeing Sherry get a tattoo, get voted out? Do you think all of this stuff was taking a toll on you to where, like, when it came down to a purple rock and it was either you, Banks, or Ginny, like, was it just more than you expected, and thus it made it easier for you to throw in the towel? Because I know maybe
that's definitely what it was.
Because like with Banks, I could tell. I know it was like, okay, I'm not getting my way, and I'm drama, so I'm gonna just quit. Because he didn't take it as serious. I felt like you had the potential to take it more serious, and you definitely were in that. It was affecting you more than it was him, and I could tell your decision was more based on feeling.
It was just like I said, like I fell in love with everybody, and I can't sit there and listen to these people talk about what their passions are and the things they fell in love with and people they used to love that they don't anymore. And it sounds cheesy as all hell, I get it, but like I fell in love with them because of it, and I can't just look at you in your eyes and say, "Bitch, be gone," and not care. Like, so that's why when I voted for Daniel, it was like, what the fuck did I just do? I need to be slapped. I need to go.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that whole, you like trying, half lying to him, but not wanting to, and then him being like, "Stop lying to me, just like tell me straight up."
I love that.
I like remember this. Daniel, tell me a little bit about your relationship with Jayla, her decision to quit, how it affected your game.
Jayla, I was so paranoid from day one because of Jayla. Like, I love her now, but like, I could tell that she was never giving me 100% when we spoke. And I think that really came, A, from her relationship with Banks, that she kept a secret, but also her relationships with everyone. And and the fact that she knew that I had the idol,
Better sip
kind
that
of played
tea.
over. Pardon?
No, I told Jayla she better sip that tea.
Uh, yeah, so she had me on this kind of like puppet string the whole time, but it was really hard because we got on so well, but I knew she was being dodgy in some way. And I was really sad that she quit because I didn't want her to leave the game that way.
I was really sad that she quit too.
Production was very sad. Jayla, do you think you had more to offer this game?
I definitely do, and I wish I had stayed because I would have ran that shit and I would have been the winner. No offense, Jenny.
Imagine reads as always. Now, Chris, as somebody from Gandon who made it past the fucking mess that it was like you guys got to the camp and you decided, hey, we're not going to build the hut. We're just going to light our campground on fire. So you were one of the people who escaped the fire. Tell me a little bit about the start of the game for you on this hot mess tribe. Yeah, let's start there.
So it was a hot ass mess, and I was like, look, I'm just gonna be the hot ass mess that I am, and just be myself. And I was being a little shady ass bitch, honestly, running back and forth, telling Daniel everything that was going on. But you know, that's what I felt like I needed to do, and I think that I got a little bit lucky in a sense, because I didn't get voted off. But I felt like I probably would have gotten voted off because I felt like it may have caught up to me. But the fact of the matter is, I've never been on a tribe where I actually love and appreciate it. 7 out of 8 of the people that were on the tribe.
Which one don't you appreciate?
So, I mean, I think that it's crazy, and I think that's why that I was so like emotional and just like it was just intense. That tribe was intense, but it by far was the best memories I've ever had in any orgs that I've ever played. And I played in a lot of orgs. I'm a veteran in that sense, and it's just by far been the most memorable experience for me.
I want to mention something. You guys had the potential to be a really strong tribe. You really did. For whatever reasons, a culmination of things, but there's one main thing that was the downfall of your tribe. And we're going to play word association. I'm going to say one word, and I need the first word that comes to mind. But just know, from a viewer standpoint, you think Jayla was like a puppet. Well, this guy was the puppeteer of the puppet master. And he was having all y'all act like a fool while he's creating chaos, throwing the rice everywhere, burning shit down, hiding your socks. You're waking up, you don't got your swim little shoes. That's because the bitch done thrown them to the monkey. All right. So when I say this word, I just want a word association. All right. Gray. The word is banks. You suck. Banks.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Sociopath.
Ginny Banks.
I thought he was kind of stupid. I don't know. I don't really know Banks very well.
Daniel Banks. And Chris Banks.
Do I have to be one word, or can I say sneaky asshole?
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Better than what fucking Greg told us. But I just want you guys to know, did you guys know that he was the reason for your guys' failure as it was happening? Did you guys know, had any reason, like the reason why the infighting, the reason why you guys lost challenges? He willingly stated in his confessionals, he hoped you guys lost every challenge.
But why?
He just because he wanted to know where people stood right off the bat, and because Jessica, Tribal Council went his way, fine. Then the scavenger hunt came up, he didn't give 2 fucks if you guys lost that. Tribal Council went his way the second time. That's why when the third Tribal Council came up, and bitch didn't know how the pearls were going to work, and then was pissed off when he found out how they were going to work, he was so controlling and so used to getting his way, that when it came down to Chris being safe from the black pearl, he's such a control freak that he just was not having it. He's the reason why you guys all sucked. hands down.
Jayla, did you know this?
Jayla,
you
I'm
should-
mad at you. Because she knew.
Jayla!
Well, we originally had a plan to like throw challenges so we'd be the last one get in tribe and we could laugh about it. But just to be messy for entertainment value.
Oh my god!
But then you love that.
No, yeah, exactly. I fell in love with you guys, so I was like, okay, never mind, I'm not doing that. And I changed to...
Banks is Satan. When they signed the contract, Jayla signed the contract with Satan, and then on day 9 she realized she signed the contract with Satan, and she offed herself.
Oh my god.
See?
I
love y'all.
She's like, I love you.
We love you too, Jayla, even though you signed a contract with Satan.
Hey, I changed my mind, though. I did change my mind, and I didn't do any of the stuff I tried in challenges. I love you guys.
She did. She really did. Now, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I feel like Jessica's not here. Sherry's not here.
We should definitely talk about Sherry.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Hey, I'm ready.
What do you think Sherry's thinking right now? Your face is on the big screen.
Oh my god.
Your face is on the big screen at the reunion, and you're crowned the winner with 7 votes. What do you think Sherry is?
You know what? She's so crazy. She's probably still going on and on about
The high point.
The high point.
I can't wait for you to see. I can't wait for you to see the epic strategy.
Oh, I have to admit something, and I've admitted it to a couple of people already, but when Sherry was saying that she was going to prove that I wanted Banks out, and I was like, no, I didn't. Prove it.
Oh, you did.
I did want Banks out, like, right away.
Good. That was probably the smartest thing you could have said.
And I don't know how she didn't find proof, but she didn't. Thank God. So, yeah.
Oh, Sherry, where's the proof? Where are the receipts?
We had no receipt. She wanted to spill the tea, and she was like, I'm going to spill the tea, and by the way, I'm going to give you the black pearl. I'm going to give Daniel the white pearl. I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I just told you that you were going to get voted off. I just told you that, you know, I felt bad that things had happened. I got the fucking black pearl. Like, I don't understand. Where her mind was.
You did. So Jayla and Chris, you guys hadn't played orgs in a while. How is it not playing for forever and then joining a tribe with these people? You have the crazy Australian, you have the crazy New Zealand, you have crazy Ginny, you have fucking Jessica with all the tattoos. Everybody's psychotic. So Chris, you're probably one of the more even-keeled, like, you're like a full circle, not a broken one. So like, tell me a little bit about how.
It was really weird. I was just like, okay, I'm coming into this game. I'm just gonna like just wing it, whatever. Like, I don't know what to expect. When you fucking told me like I need to create videos and like pictures and stuff, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I didn't have to do all this shit when I first played. I was like, I gotta do all this work. So when I came into the game, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a lot more work. It's gonna be a little bit different kind of personalities. But I'm like, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna like wing it a little bit. And I've played I'll say again, I've played a lot of games, and I've never connected with people the way that I've connected with this tribe in particular. I was just like, God, I hate these bitches, but I love them. I was just like, I don't want to vote them off, but I do because they're crazy, and I want to get rid of them. Like, they're dumb, and I want to...
It's like a catch-22. It's like the love-hate.
Yes.
Jayla, what about you? Day 1, 2, 3, first couple of calls.
I was insane from the get-go. Like, because when I played in the past, like, people would haunt your personal lives and they'd stalk you and do all these crazy things. So I'm like, I don't trust not one of these people. I don't want to get close to these people. And then hearing about them and they're talking, they all seem genuine. I'm like, can I trust them or no? And it's definitely, everything's changed a lot, and it was a little overwhelming for me, obviously. But I loved it.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Daniel, okay, so you were one of the people who played back-to-back. You were in the fucking frozen tundra, and then we flew you right down to Tibet. And I'm like, go. I kind of warned you. I said, this is going to be difficult. Playing back-to-back, not many people are meant to do it and can do it successfully. but you're like, I'm addicted. I love this game. I need it up my bunghole. I need it in my mouth. I need it in every orifice of me. You know, it's like, all right, Daniel, that's a little bit over the top, but I'll cast you. And so here you are in Tibet, and right off the bat, you're going around being like, I'm not close with Jessica Tribe. I swear to God, I'm not close with Jessica. I may have played the game with her, and she may have gotten voted out because of me and being my friend, but I swear, I'm not her friend. I will vote her out. Why'd you do that?
I didn't do that. Okay, so yes, it was a stupid decision playing back to back. I don't regret it because I met some amazing people, even though it was a massive flop. There's two things I did wrong. One, that like the paranoia was still high from Russia, so I came in this game being like, I need to cover my ass. Everyone's making alliances, everyone's making deals, and that's why I was.
You just got out of Thailand and you were back at home for like a week, and I remember you telling me you were paranoid, like your mom was gonna vote you out at breakfast.
Yeah. No, I know. It was stupid. It was dumb. And then what was I gonna say? I forgot my other thing at the point.
Oh, the second mistake.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Was it playing your idol on somebody else, except besides yourself?
No, that was fine.
All right, so the first one.
Say thank you. Zach, if you're watching, you didn't say thank you, by the way.
He's watching. You heard that, Zach? You owe him an apology and a thank you now. So Daniel, I know you lasted clearly longer in Russia. You had more of a full experience.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the differences, and yeah, you already said you didn't regret anything, but tell me about a little bit about the differences and what you took away from this experience.
So like Russia was way more slower in terms of getting to know people. It was, the first conversations were, what do you do for a living? Who's your family? What are your hobbies? Whereas like the first day in this tribe, it was like dicks, ass, Ginny's got 4 boyfriends. Like Taylor's asking me for cocktails. She's showing me like other people's pics. I'm like, is there anything that was so good? Like it was fun. It was fun, but it was so different. And the fact that I only lost once before the merge in Russia, and I lost every single time. I think I won once before I was voted out in Tibet. So that kind of the paranoia of all the votes happening all the time, that was tough.
Now you had an idol this season. You found it, and you wasted it.
Yeah.
Tell me about
That's because he didn't have me to convince him to not use it. Because I already had to convince him not to use it one time.
On someone else. I know. But the thing is with Ginny, like when I went to Don Talk, everyone knew I had it. I don't know. I can't remember how. Gray probably told everyone.
Gray.
But,
Gray!
The shady.
Yeah, it was shady as fuck. We all know that now.
You just tried to vote me out. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, no, fair call. You tried to vote me out.
I did vote you out.
Which is crazy because I thought at least the Oceania people would stick together. Damn.
No, I've got my Ginny and my Jalen. What was I gonna say? Yeah, with the idol. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I had to play it because everyone knew I had it. I thought Zach was gonna be the vote, and I wanted people didn't trust me. I don't know why, but because I had no one except Chris. So I wanted to show that if I played it to Zach, and he got saved, that I don't know, could be.
And yeah, and what the fuck happened afterward, Chris? Okay, so you play the idol on Zach, Stuart gets voted out, others are wasted. How then did you, Chris, Miller, and Zach not vote together?
Well, I still don't understand what Zach. Okay, so basically Zach told me that afterwards that it was a numbers mistake and he mixed up the numbers. But then in my exit interview, I was like, Rachel, like that's surely he's not that stupid, right? And Rachel's like, no, like he knew you were going because he went to Eric afterwards and was like, see, like now you can trust me. So I don't know, either Zach's dumb or he's a sneaky bitch. So
Oh, well, let me fill you in.
Oh.
Yeah, fill me in. I want to
I
know.
know, I know what happened. I know what happened. Though you fill him in, Chris, but I know what happened
I will fill him
Zach
in because
Zach had the pearl, and he
Yeah.
voted incorrectly and made
Yes.
it seem to Eric like he did it for Eric's advantage. But
it
he
really
was so
wasn't.
torn. Yeah, he was so torn up about voting incorrectly and being the reason that you were voted out. He almost quit the game afterward, and then we had to talk him off the ledge.
he didn't talk to me for 2 rounds after you were voted off. Like, he literally only talked to me like right before Eric was voted off because he was that torn up about it, and he thought I was really pissed at him. So basically what he said was when the vote went down, like, he came up with this convoluted plan, and he miscalculated the votes. He didn't consider Gray's vote. Shady ass bitch. He didn't consider Gray's vote. So when he calculated the vote, he didn't consider Gray's vote, so he thought that he had all his I's dotted and his T's crossed, and
But in fact, he didn't even get the letters on the paper.
so it ended up being 3 votes for you.
Yeah, in that case, I don't think badly of Zach. I just thought he lied to me outside of this game, and I was like, there's no reason.
No,
If
he
it
didn't
was
lie.
to get rid of
It was like a really bad blunder. Huge advantage, bad execution. It was like
that's so annoying.
Yeah,
annoying.
It's just like the idols.
Yeah.
It was like you guys, both 2 tribe councils in a row, just had all these advantages, and you guys fucked them up. It was just like, here, Eric, make merge. Here, Adam, make merge. Here, Justin. Well, let me talk to Gray real quick. All right, Gray. So you're more of a quiet character. So let's talk about these crazy characters on Gandon. Why do you think you became a target at one of those tribal councils right before the quit?
Because I hadn't really formed a relationship with Daniel. I think he's one of the few people that I really just didn't get to talk to, and then I guess
So easy target for.
he formed a quick relationship with Ginny. So when I kind of suggested Ginny's name, it didn't go down well. I don't know.
All right, so now let's talk about. All right, so for those who don't know a little bit about Gray's history in iSurvivor, in Venezuela, it was the battle of the sexes. It was instinct and intuition was the subtitle. And he was on the men's tribe, and there was a twist after the first episode, right before the immunity challenge. Everybody was able to bid their iSurvivor points on a shaman rattle. The person who bid the most was able to shaman themselves from their tribe to the other tribe and be an official member. So he gets on the boys' tribe. He's like, fuck my life. His #1 ally gets voted out, and he buys the rattle, and he goes to the girls' tribe, and then spends the rest of his days before the merge as the only male on an all-female tribe. Now let's talk about your worst possible scenario coming to the surface. Hi, Titi. Who, your son?
Yes.
Again?
But this time.
Oh shit.
Yes, Gannon.
Sorry. Tell me a little bit about your initial switch to this men's tribe, because I know your initial reaction was FML.
Well, it was definitely flashbacks, and obviously I really, I guess, should have been voted out. Like, had they known about that whole Pearl situation properly, I think they definitely would have just voted me out. It would have saved a lot of trouble. So I basically got there and I was like, fuck this. Like, every relationship I had pre-merge was shit. This is shit. I just ran in there screaming, and then everyone thought I was shady as hell because they're like, look, he's just revealing all their secrets. You can't trust him. And it was just horrible.
So at that point, you felt you just came out of a deadlock tie scenario from that other tribe. So do you think you don't regret at all just playing your own game from that point on when the Dontalk men actually became a tribe?
I mean, when I got to the swap, I was like, obviously I was like, fuck, everything is shit. I have like no relationships right now. But I was intent on working with Gandon. That's like was my plan, basically, because I just found Zach unbearable at that point. But a few things went down, and an alliance was formed, and I didn't run and tell my original tribe mates because they were shady to me before, so I was like, I probably shouldn't tell them if there's an alliance with me included in it, and I think it ultimately came back to bite me.
All right, so Ginny, you have any last words that you want to say to these, to your tribe mates, the people who you started out this game with? You were the winner of it. What are your final words to these people? This is my auntie.
Hi,
Who's visiting
Auntie.
from New York.
You guys were like my boot camp, and then afterwards, you guys were all my biggest cheerleaders, except for Gray. But that's okay. I forgive you anyway. But everybody was just my biggest cheerleaders throughout it, and I could not have, like, there are some times that I was so down in the dumps, and I would watch Daniel's I Love Jenny video, or go and look at Jayla's Facebook feed to see what kind of craziness she had on there, or Chris would calm me down, and I don't know. They were all my biggest cheerleaders after they put me through boot camp, so it was great. Yeah.
Robert, Gray, any final words before we wrap up this here reunion?
Congratulations, Ginny! Yay! Yay, Gavin! Oh goodness.
I can't believe that the winner came from this tribe. This is so crazy.
Jayla, any final words, honey bunny?
I'm ready to like go get drunk with my tribe and get naked as usual.
Let's go. Let's go. Chris.
This is all I have to say. Gandon for life, bitches. I love you all.
And you're wearing yellow. Yeah.
Daniel.
Of course. I had to rap.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm so proud of you, Ginny. I loved you from like day 2, day 1, whatever. And yeah, even though I flopped, had a great time, and I've made some beautiful friendships. So I'm happy I played.
Thank you so much. And Ginny, floor is yours, honey bunny.
Well, I don't know what to say. I've said so much over the past 39 days.
Anything to the viewers?
I'm so done. I'm so glad I never have to talk to half these people again. I'm so tired of being nice to people. I just can't handle it anymore. I need to.
You did a good job.
My point.
I don't have to be nice anymore. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna kick a few of you guys out of here, so I can wrap this up with some other people who haven't been here. But Ginny, you could stay on. Robert Gray, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Jayla, I love you. I hope you enjoyed your season and meeting all of these wonderful people. And welcome back to the IS family, baby girl.
Love you, Jayla.
Bye.
Oh, Eric is in here. I love it.
Hi, Eric. Why are you in here?
Because I'm making announcements. I'm going to kick all you guys out and wrap up this season. Chris Brown, I love you. Thank you so much. Can't
Shout out
life,
to
and
Love
hope
Jimmy.
you enjoyed yourself. Who is this? Adam, get on camera. Daniel, did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
Thank you so much for trying it again.
Thanks, mate.
Love you, Daniel. Oh,
I didn't get kicked out again.
I don't think so. Oh, are we gonna find out who won the player of the season?
We are.
Oh, yay.
Sandy, can I do the drum roll?
Sure. Oh, Jermaine's here. Hey.
Hi,
Guys, this is my
Jermaine.
co-host. I'm going to say this to all the other viewers. This is my co-host, Jermaine. He's been my right-hand man all throughout this season, all throughout last season. This couldn't happen without him. When I'm a bitch to the cast, there's Jermaine to go make them feel better about themselves because I ruin self-esteem like it's my job. But Jermaine is there as my creative hand. He's there to do all the grading that I don't want to do, create all the tribal council questions that I don't want to create. He's there to talk the cast off ledges when all I want to do is push them. So, Jermaine, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for putting in your free time to build this series alongside me. I appreciate it, and all your hard work does not go unnoticed and is not, yeah. Once again, I want to say congratulations to David and Kiara, all three of you for second place.
Thank you, Sandy, you fucking dick.
I almost said Stephanie, but Kay, I want to thank you for an epic final tribal council explosion. We haven't had that ever. So I want to thank you. Ginny, Queen, 4 times the charm.
Oh my gosh.
You surpassed so many. Look at Mac. You surpassed so many of obstacles. Okay, 4 times. You beat your 100-day goal. You beat your best placement goal, and now you're in the finals. Like, what the heck? Mac, as a finalist from Botswana, and a viewer throughout the whole duration. You want to say something before I wrap this up and reveal the player of the season?
Ginny, when I watched you drag Sherry for fucking filth, I live for you. I know we've had our history, but I literally am so proud of you. I feel like you did it. I'm proud of you. Don't listen to what anyone say. You killed it, girl, and I'm so proud of you. I also enjoyed you because you had the girls fooled. They really thought you were with them, and you hated their guts.
I really did.
So it was really cute. And as a person who's been misunderstood playing this game, just you killed it, girl.
Thank you.
Here, you killed it too. And most of all, Kay. I feel like Kay will go down as the most iconic person to ever play iSurvivor, so I'm really happy for her. And she seems like she has a lot of fans, so congrats to her too.
All right, let me wrap it up. Adam, any last words before we reveal the player of the season and we close it? This is the end. This is it.
I'm just blessed to have played this season. I love everyone for the most part, and it's been a great experience.
Shout out to Michigan.
That too. This just has been a blast. I worked my butt off in this game, so I'm proud of the game that I played, and it was just a really fun experience.
And shout out to Ashley Smith, who's been rooting for you from day one.
Yes, Ashley Smith, yes. She's definitely been rooting for me.
Mm-hmm. Miss Des. Ooh, hold on.
She's muted.
You're muted.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, I just want to say thank you, and thank you to all the production, all the alumni, all the fans, all the viewers, all the dollies, and just everybody for... And just thank you to everybody who was involved in this season of iSurvivor and in any other iSurvivor that happened. So, thank you all.
Mr. Eric, my love.
Hello. I've already said enough about the season, but I'll direct this towards Jenny. Congratulations, Jenny. I feel like you 100% deserved it. You were the true outcast. I feel like the amount of struggles that you had in this game that you got to overcome, I'm proud of you. And I'm really glad that somebody from my original season won, as well as another favorite, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Martina.
No, thank you. We already had our last word. Thank you, guys. And yeah, it was really fun experience.
Quickly, Martina, how does it feel knowing that the jury wanted you out of the Final Four to take home the crown?
Well, yeah.
I knew it.
And yeah. Okay. I'm going to kill you one day. Like the moment when I saw Kay's video and I was basically okay, so she gave up, and she didn't take me to the final. I was like, I'm going to kill you, but it's only a game, and I love Kay, and I think Ginny really deserved that win. So yeah, it was fun, and yeah, I'm kind of proud of my game. I liked it, so.
Kinda. You should be hella proud of your game. Are you serious? Very proud. Kay, wrap it up for us, honey bunny.
Let's wrap this up, okay? I love you, Martina. You are my girl, ride or die. Everyone else, good game. And Ginny, you know what?
You played 4 times, and I'm actually super happy for you, because you know what, girl? You kept coming back because you knew you were going to win one day, and there you go. Bam.
You're such a bitch, Kay. God, I'm so over it.
Kisses!
I think she's
Fuck off.
I think that was serious. That was serious. She was being-
No, Vinny, I think she's honestly genuine. Like, you played 4 times, like, you killed it.
And now I want to just wrap it up before we reveal player of the season. Jermaine, any last words as a guy who's witnessed and the blood, sweat, and tears of all these people?
Oh my gosh. Thank you everybody for participating. You guys have made this so much fun to host. You've been a great cast. I've enjoyed getting to meet all of you, seeing you happy, not so much seeing you down, but just seeing you experience this game and just go through all these different emotions. I love you all. Welcome to the family. Another heart for everyone. I had a great time hosting you guys.
All right, guys. So, with that being said, the finale is over. Ginny is the winner by a vote of 7-3 to nothing. And let me scroll to my player of the season tally.
Good luck, Martina.
Good luck, Martina. Good luck, Kay. Good luck, Kim.
Okay. Out of the jury, it's so funny. The winner of the season is in last place with 1 vote, 0.90%. But this is, you got the title. You got the title.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh my god.
10th place, guys. We have a tie for 10th place. Zach, Tierra, Chris, all 4 votes with 3.60%. All right, then we have a tie for 8th. Tanya and Desiree with 4.50%. All right, that's 8th place. 6th place, all alone, Gray with 5.41%. 5th place, my baby boy Justin, 8 votes, 7.21%. Oh, Gray and Adam tied. Sorry, Adam, you're tied. You tied with Gray with 6 votes. 4th place, Kimatina.
What?
He should have gotten way higher.
9.99%. All right.
Gotten way higher.
Wait, are you joking?
Nope. 3rd place, Martina.
What?
Oh!
10
Daniel Martinez should have been.
Are you joking?
10.81%. All right, and it's between Kay and Eric, best friends.
Oh. People loved our rivalry, Eric.
One had 11.71%, and the other one took the fucking cake with 28.83%. This season's player of the season is Kay. Okay, you didn't earn the respect of the jury, Kay, but you earned the respect of the viewers. So you made this game very entertaining, Kay. Thank you so much. Eric, the rivalry. It was the rivalry. It was a season rivalry. You guys got all the fans.
Love you guys. Thank you, fans. You
And
had
Kay,
my
that-
back when no one else did.
Kay, that might be the biggest percentage of a MVP winner. We'll see.
Wait, Sandy, is this your? Oh my god.
Yeah, it might be. I think it's the biggest percentage ever.
I think her funeral had a lot to do with it because
Oh, yeah,
everyone
for
was
sure.
loving it.
That's when a lot of people registered. All right, but with that being said, guys, I love y'all. Thank you so much. And I think I had one more thing to say. Oh, do you guys want to go on screen share and watch the video promo for next season?
Yes.
Let's watch it together, and then I'll post it. I'll post it on the forum. But let's watch it together, okay?
I'm playing, guys, so wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
See you, Michigan.
Yes, Michigan all the way.
Yes, Michigan. Woo!
Yes, Buckeyes. Go Buckeyes.
Sandy.
Poor Ohio, like.
Okay, are you guys ready? Shut up, Mac. You're such a troll. Adam, don't listen to him. Alright, you guys ready? Tell me if you can hear. Can you guys see, first of all?
Yes.
Alright, y'all ready?
Yes.
If it's big screen, can you guys still see?
Yeah.
Alright.
I see you, Sandy.
Yeah, I can't
I
see
can't
you.
see.
Yeah, you're not screen share anymore.
Lazy.
Just shut up, Dave.
Yeah, okay, so I can't make it big screen. Maybe if I just do my desktop. Alright. Can you guys see this?
Oh, hello.
If this is big
Yes.
screen, can you guys see it? Yes or no?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was really good, Sandy.
Oh
my god, that was so good.
So good. That is so good. It's like this eerie feeling.
I cannot.
Season.
Oh, by the way, you guys, our song for our season was perfect for our season. It's like, is it too late to say I'm sorry? Perfect.
Okay,
Is it too late?
for you, yes, it's too late.
I just feel like next season is like eerie, like some type of villainous is about to go down, so stay tuned.
Oh, you should have been in next season.
Ghosts are about to pop up or
I
something.
just feel like something crazy is about to happen, so I want you all to stay tuned. Because anything can happen.
Playing, right?
Alright guys, how about we take it to the Skype chat, the alumni chat. Let's all go and talk and reminisce. As for the fans and iSurvivor Tibet, we are out. Season 27 over, done with, in the books. Everybody praise your girl Ginny, and ready on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. Hashtag blame
Blame Johnson.